Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in the club meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. Uh, yeah, this is the second last episode of the season, so, hey, Jack is here, welcome to the stream, how's it going? Uh, yeah, second last episode. I've got a few different subplots going on here. Main one seems to be, Natsuki's sister, like, dying of cancer. Really sad. The TTRPG got canceled, so I'm here live. Well, okay. Well, sorry your game got canceled, but Fuki's best baby, yeah. It's, I keep saying I don't know. There's some sort of complex feelings going into this because, like, this whole notion of Natsuki losing her sisters, someone that she's clearly been very emotionally dependent on for a long time. It's like it's sad, it's heartrending and stuff, but at the same time, the premise of this game, I can't get away from the fact that people have died and then the game got reset and they were alive again. So it's like, and especially with Monica taking Natsuki aside to talk to her about something after suddenly running away while Natsuki was in the middle of an emotional crisis, seems to hint that she's got some kind of plan. It sort of feels like it's building to some attempt to save Fuyuki, maybe. There is, like, I can imagine, like, a few different ways this could play out. Like, especially considering season 1 ended with Sayori trying to enact her own drastic coding plan that involved, lobotomizing everyone. No, I will not let that go. Sorry, you need to be a boy to save your life, not just really die. Thanks. Oh yeah, that would be depressing. Seriously. That would be depressing. From what I know of trans people, no, that would just be sad. I, I'm hesitating to comment on it because I'm about to say, like the pain of gender dysphoria. From what I've heard, it really sucks, and trans people endure all the stigma attached to being trans because they'd rather not be their assigned gender. But then again, there's that whole debate about, should you really have to experience gender dysphoria in order to transition? And some people say gender dysphoria doesn't exist at all. It's a concept invented by cis people to help them understand or pathologize trans people. There's a whole it's a whole messy debate. So I don't know if I want to, as much as I like going on my wild tangents, I don't know if I want to get into that whole subject right now. What I was trying to get at though was it feels like it's like we're 2 more episodes from the end, and it just feels like it's building to something like emotionally significant happening, and I don't know if it's going to be on the same level as Sayori's, like, reckless, just wildly reckless desire to solve the problem by any means necessary, up to and including lobotomizing her friends. I don't know if Natsuki's that far gone that she's going to do something that reckless. Hey BGC, welcome to the stream. You're not late, you just started. I haven't even started up the thing yet. You have the technology to change your sexual phenotypes, but you have to prove you deserve it? Just effing do. We have the tech to turn them back, Lamau. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And Spooky Waters here. Hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? But yeah, yeah. So I sort of wonder if this is building to something like wildly reckless like that, or not. And there's also the other subplot of, all the implied romantic tension between Yuri and Natsuki. Um, that I mean, I've had it spoiled. I know they end up together because it's like it's just that was part of the selling point of the mod. Hey, this mod has a really good slow burn Natsuri ship. Oh, okay, sold. Just like, it's like uh, uh, it's like a commentary I said about spoilers. Like, on the one hand, it would be really neat to be surprised by that. On the other hand, it might be part of the reason I play it in the first place. So, uh, spoilers can be a double-edged sword. Um, but but yeah, I don't know. I sort of imagine one way this could play out would be like Fuyuki does die, like permadead, and then like turns to Yuri for emotional support. Um, that's just, I don't know. I like that's just, I don't know. It's just really sad. It sort of almost like taints their relationship because it's like they got together as sort of consolation for losing her sister, as if Yuri is a replacement for family. And Krillov is here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Sloper and Natsuri ship. Yuri and Natsuki just keep roasting each other. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's like the bitterest of bittersweet kind of ending if they like finally find comfort in each other, but it's at the expense of losing her sister. It's like that's just, I don't know. It's just sad. I mean, I could even see it playing out that like, that like Fuki's dying wish being, go out and get what you want, and like whoever it is you're pining for, just go after them. Like, life is too short, yada yada yada. I don't know. I should probably just load this up. Oh yeah, and there's one other thing I wanted to mention. The regarding the cursed ship club from the previous episode, I thought it was interesting to note that when Monica did the player ships, Kenzo, Miss Ida, and Ri, it was all like super flanderized versions of them that seemed to be designed to make you not want them, and considering that Monaco is writing that mod, you kind of get the feeling she was trying to send a message. Hey, why would you want any of these other people when you could have me? Kind of deal. So about answering Natsuki to Yuri's question about who is your favorite dog. Oh yeah, I didn't. I honestly, I didn't try that option. But I can sort of imagine that her reaction would be something along the lines of, yeah, I don't blame you. She's pretty awesome. Something like that. Anyway, let's start this up. Episode 23. Natsuki's at the hospital. Yuri makes a mod and recalls finding out about reality. And the club makes a decision. Makes a decision? Makes a decision? That's ominous. Is that like a decision regarding Miss Ida? That's the only thing. Is that talking about the club collectively? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, unless it's a decision regarding Fuyuki, but Monica seemed to want to keep that under wraps. But oh well. Let's see how it goes. Morning, sis. How are you feeling today? like shit. This cancer thing isn't at all like it was advertised in the brochures. That's terrible. You're terrible. Well, I don't think I'm in danger of a tragic death scene this morning anyway. Sure do feel tired though. Go for some more sleep. Well, I'll let you get some rest then. I'll be here when you wake up though, okay? Sure, babe, but shouldn't you be at school? You've been here a whole week. Aren't you getting behind in schoolwork? I've been doing most of my work from here during times you're asleep and stuff. Gotcha. Don't you miss your friends? Yeah, a little. Not as important as you, though. Oh, well, don't I feel important? Mom and Dad still outside? Yeah. At a distance. Guess that's to be expected. Yeah. Sorry. That's excuse me. Guess that's to be expected. Yeah. But hey, at least they're not fighting. How many people would have played DDLC without knowing that something bad would happen? Good question. I mean, I wouldn't have. I mean, I played the game because of the psychological horror tags, you know? That's what drew me into it. If I had thought it was an ordinary dating sim, I would have said, not my thing. Um, that said, I mean, for some reason, there are quite a few people who are totally blindsided by all the horror stuff. Like even though it's tagged psychological horror, even though it says this game contains disturbing scenes and like has like abundant warnings like at the beginning on first startup and on like every startup, subsequent startup. This game has disturbing content. I don't know. Some people still got blindsided by the horror stuff and by the like Sayori's suicide and all that. So I don't know. Some people did. Some people played it not knowing that stuff would happen. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I guess that's true. Anyway, tell them to chill out and take a break from thinking about things when you get out there. They've been really stressed out. Yeah, I will. Get some rest, sis. Love you. Love you too. I will. See you in a few, babe. Natsuki leaves the room. It's not blindside because she described how I felt at the time. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, Sayori's description of depression, like I think it hits so hard because it feels authentic, you know? Authentic too, from the standpoint of anyone who experiences depression anyway. Anyway, moving on. After a few short minutes, Fuki is fast asleep. Lock scene true, scene locked? BDS Monica. I was just gonna say, like, Monica's the president, right? She's the one that's doing that. The thing that scared me about this, Fukisuki, yeah. This game more than anything is the quote about readers' imagination and pulling the rug from under them. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's Yuri's line, isn't it? Amazing how a writer can take advantage of your lack of imagination to throw you for a loop or something like that. Yeah, it's yeah, it's the kind of thing that I hope to implement in my own. I mean, I try to implement in my own mods. I try to be surprising. I hope I can pull off having a few surprises in Turquoise when that finally comes out. Yeah, anyway, moving on. So Monica's looking in on this. Which again, reinforces the notion that Monica's got some kind of plan. She's up to something. She doesn't look too good. I don't have much time left. Yeah, see? Told you so. I'll have to hurry. Time? Question mark? What could you be talking about, Monica? Yes. I've been working to try to find a code solution for this problem. Trying to find a way to code cancer out of poor Fuyuki here. So far, I haven't found many good ways to do it. She's not a .chr file character, and everything about her is hard to pin down in the code. It's really hard, and I feel bad, but I feel like this is a problem only I have the power to solve, but I can't. Kind of bummed me out. Don't tamper with this? You're doing your best. Does anyone know you're doing this? Well, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that Natsuki knows, but might as well get her to say it. Well, no, not really. What do you mean, not really? What were you talking to Natsuki about? I did talk to Natsuki about the idea briefly, but I don't think she really took me seriously. Or thought I was actually going to do it. So really, no. No one really knows I'm actively working on this. Not that me working on it has produced any results. You see, without a .chr file locus to concentrate on, I'm really not sure where to find the appropriate variables I need to modify. I could try to experiment on her, but I might make things worse rather than better. And then if I did make things worse, everyone else probably wouldn't be too happy with me. The only somewhat analogous situation was with MC before he got a .chr file. Hearing that code gives impossible expectations for the rest of the game to follow up upon. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's if you're expecting the unexpected, and it's hard to be unexpected after that. It's still, I mean, I think that the DDLC still managed to have enough surprises that it kept me interested and kept me engaged. So I think Dance About It pulled that off. Anyway, moving on. But even then, it's quite different because MC was unique due to being your avatar in the world, so the game treated him with much differently than it would just a random person with no .chr file. I need to keep working hard on this or it'll be too late, but I also need to be at school. I have to run a club today too. Well, I mean, like, let's weigh. I mean, schoolwork in a reality where you're repeating the year over and over again anyway, versus someone's life. I mean, I think someone's life might be more important. Yeah. Like, is the schoolwork even relevant at this point in this established canon? Oh well. Can't there be programming classes? It could be. I mean, I think there was reference to it at one point. Well, I'll see you over there, I suppose. I hope she doesn't die. I've always wanted to meet her. Monka's never met her? And there you are, Asumi. It's so wonderful to see a teacher take advantage of the adult learning opportunities we have here. Well, you're never too old to or educated to learn more. Well, good for you. You were awfully enthusiastic about signing up. Well, I really am interested in the materials class I'm taking. I know it's meant as a technical skills class mostly, but I chose it because I think it'll really give me a new, more practical understanding of chemistry. Might be easier for Monica to keep at this endeavor if others knew what she was up to, huh? I mean, yeah. Instead of having to go to school/cup and keep up appearances. Yeah, I mean that's part of it. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. I mean, like doesn't. I know they're. I feel a little condescending every time I say this. I know they're just dumb teenagers who maybe don't really think these things through, but come on, like someone's life versus irrelevant schoolwork. Like isn't the choice obvious? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Practical understanding. Sorry, just because I think it'll give me a new, more practical understanding of chemistry. I see. Well, I think that's all that's required to get you into the class. You just need to sign there to officially enroll. Anything else you need from me? Not urgently, no. But if you have time, sometime this next week, I'd like to talk to you about a remarkable group of students I've been mentoring. Color me interested. Sure. I'll give you a call sometime next week. Sounds good. Glad that's taken care of. Now all that's left is just persuading the club members. At least I have one of them on board as thinking it's a good idea. And Yuri's intelligent and persuasive when she's not too anxious anyway. Hopefully she'll be able to persuade the others. I'll prove them I'm worthy of their trust. Sure has been fun to talk with them about literature in any event. They're very talented poets. Very thoughtful students generally. It's been a long time since I've had long, thoughtful discussions about things like stories and books with people. Or really discussions about anything at all with people. Other than chemistry lectures. But speaking of chemistry lectures, time to get ready for exam review. My regular students are still having a lot of trouble with electron shells. Hopefully we can cure some of that today. Yeah. Oh, those darn electron shells. Like the innermost shell is spherical and has 2 electrons, and then there are the next 3 sort of like oblong shaped. And then I don't know. There's specific patterns that electrons like to align their orbits into. It's kind of weird. It's just I think there are mathematical reasons for that, but it's a bit confusing. Anyway, moving on. I mean, it's been a long time since I took chemistry, but you know. Anyway, you sure were hungry, Sayori. I still am. Yes, of course, you can have some of mine. Yay! Thanks, MC. Of course. So what plans do you have later for that? What plans do you two have for later? We're going to go together to help set up for the dance that's happening this weekend. Are you guys actually going to go to the dance? Maybe. We haven't decided yet. Oh, okay. So we're establishing there's a dance coming? Is this a school dance kind of thing? But we definitely thought it would be fun to help set up as a couple. You two are getting to the point of finishing each other's thoughts. It's very cute. So, has anyone heard from Natsuki yet today? No. I assume she would talk to all of us in the group chat if she had news. I know she's not coming to club today, though. She sent her poem into Miss Ida last week. I think, things are getting a little bad with her sister, so she wants to be there. What are we gonna do? She's going to need a lot of help. I don't know there's a lot we can do, Bun. Other than just be friends the same we've always been. Or at least that's what I'm going to do. What about you, Yuri? The universe truly is not designed for fairness, or to be understandable by humans' petty perspective. I try to keep that in mind at all times. I try to live without putting any of my expectations on the universe, but it's very difficult in this instance. It's hard to endure Fuyuki suffering and probably dying, and Natsuki going through that pain, and does feel like it demands action on our part, but I don't know that there's anything for us to do. Yeah, that's the rough part. That feeling of bad things are happening, and I like a feeling that I have to do something, but there isn't really anything you can do. It's the kind of thought and feeling that can weigh on one. Anyway, move on. It's completely beyond our control. It is one of those difficult situations where we must accept fate. I don't know what to do for Natsuki, assuming the worst does happen. I've never had to help someone grieve before. It seems difficult. I don't really remember too much about what happened when my mom died. I was too young to really understand what was going on. I just remember that my dad was really sad. I knew he was trying to be happy and pleasant with me, but he really was very sad. But I could see that I made him a little happy, and that made me happy. I guess I haven't really had to deal much with terrible loss yet. Mostly, I guess. Sorry, MC, again. That's okay, Bun. All's well that ends well. It ended very well. Actually, now that I think about it, the most experience I have comforting others in their grief is helping you all after we found out about the universe. That was actually my first concern when I became aware. Really? You were the first thing you thought of? Well, there might have been a bunch of distracted tangential things about how interesting the nature of reality was first, but yes, after that, the first thing I thought of is how distressing it must be for everyone else. I still remember it very, very well. Oh, flashback. I guess. This is, bring Yuri back. We've already established that, after Monica and Sayori, they brought Natsuki back, and then they were planning to bring Yuri back afterwards, so shouldn't Natsuki be present here? Monica and Sayori exchange worried looks. Natsuki is slumped over in a desk staring warily ahead, her chin resting on her folded arms. Is it like Gendo pose, or more like, I don't know. This is stupid. This is so stupid. I don't even remember how long it's been now. A week? Nothing is happening in here. Me being bored is slowly getting more important than me being pissed. You said you needed time to process. Yeah, well, I guess I'm done processing now, or at least I'm done processing for now. Can we just get Yuri back now? We can try, but we don't know how we're going to get her back. Wait, hang on. Using the H word right from the start. Also, Sayori's mouth is still open. What do you mean you don't know how we're going to get her back? You got me back easily enough. No, I mean, I don't know in what condition we'll get her back. Oh, oof. Okay, I really need Yuri right now. Do not look into why. Yeah. Um, I mean, by all appearances, when they brought Natsuki back, it was like her, Act 1 self before everything happened. So, I don't know. Anyway. At the end of the base game, she was, kinda out of it. Oh, yeah. I mean, she was also kinda dead, but... Yeah. Poor Yuri. She knew something was wrong with her, but couldn't do anything about it. Awful. F you again, Monica. Come on, Natsuki, we've already talked about it a million times. Yeah, I know. It's just awful to think about having something wrong with your mind and knowing it and being powerless to stop it as it takes over. That never happened to me. It's terrible that it would happen to anyone. Yep, and Siri still lobotomized everyone. Especially Yuri, who's got such a good brain. It just pisses me off that someone did that to her. Sorry to be a bitch about it. No, I'm the one who needs to be sorry, and I am. You're absolutely right. One of my own worst fears is losing myself. Losing the things about my mind and personality that makes me, me. And Sari still lobotomized everyone. She knew how everyone felt about it. No, I'm not going to let that go. And then I went and did that to someone else. Yeah. See, I am complimenting Yuri, and I'm especially bad about her. Do not look into why. Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. But the good brain comment. Good brain. Anyway. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm a bad person. I'm so sorry. Grovel, grovel, grovel. I get it. You know what would help? Bring back all the people you destroyed, including Yuri. All right. Just remember that we'll have to be careful. I don't know what state she'll be in when she gets back. She might try to hurt herself, or less likely, us. I'll try to untamper her file as best as I can before I get her back here. Just be careful. We'll probably have to be pretty careful about making her president and make sure that she's stable beforehand. I mean, you didn't really do that for Natsuki, but okay. Oh, is that why you guys brought me back first? Didn't you already explicitly say that? Yes, you seemed stronger and more stable. We're able to deal. You should have brought Yuri back first. Anyway, let's just go for it. Oh, is this initial initial indications that Natsuki wasn't dealing well with the whole thing? What's his expression? We can talk about what to do afterward. After Yuri's back, we'll have the full club. Sorry, wait, what about MC? Anyway, whenever you're ready, I guess, Monica. Alright. It'll take me a bit, though. Things didn't go too well with trying to ease Natsuki into things as though it were a normal day. So I'm just going to bring her back into the space room and we'll go from there, alright? Okay. I don't know if that's the best, but okay. She's still going to play the game, though, right? Yes, she's still going to play the game. I think without it, you wouldn't really understand a lot of what you experienced when you become president. Yeah, that's probably true. Well, no time like the present. A few hours later. Well, that game was certainly grim. I was going to need to see if she chooses my route. That's funny. But I still don't see how it explains why I'm floating in a space classroom precisely like that in the game. Well, I'm not sure there's a better way to explain than just to show you. So, I think I'll just proceed with that. Monica, wait. I think that there is a better way to explain it. I know that just explaining it all in advance doesn't work so well for me, but this is Yuri we're talking about. Yeah, go for it. Okay, so Yuri, you saw how in the game being the president of the Literature Club made you aware of the fact that you were a character in a video game, right? Yes. So what Monica was going to do just now is have us elect you as president of the Literature Club. That would explain to you why we're here in the space classroom from the game, among other things. You're saying, yeah, the game is true. This actually all happened to us in real life, or not really real life, I guess. But yeah, me and you, everyone here, we are actually characters in a video game. Specifically the game you just played, and all those things actually happened.
Remarkable. I have so many questions about how that works, especially how everyone came back. But first, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. I mean, obviously I can see I'm floating in a space classroom, and that is somewhat persuasive. Okay, it's funny. But as you mentioned, I should be directly and experientially aware if I'm elected as club president, right?
Yeah. I just wanted you to have an idea of what the hell was about to happen to you. I was kind of taken by surprise. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, explaining it before being your president is probably a good idea. So good on you, Natsuki. Anyway,
I can imagine why it would be more distressing with no context.
they're just smiling away the whole time.
You ready to go ahead now then, Yuri? Yes.
Move that Yuri be elected acting president and Monica acting secretary.
Second. Any opposed? Motion carries? I see. Yuri, please give me color power so I can see how Natsuki really feels about me. Yeah. It's all true. How terrible for Sayori, and how terrible for Monica. Who is that there? Is that you, Tormuse? Fascinating. Still, how awful for the others. I don't mind what happened to me too much. It did hurt to stab myself, I suppose, but it wasn't so bad. It was over quickly. Player can time travel all? Yeah. And in the moment it actually felt very exhilarating.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. If this is a flashback to if this is a flashback to the time when she was made president for the first time, and that occurred before this mod started, then how can she have perceived the player back then when there was no player at the time? Maybe I'm not supposed to overthink that. Oh well.
Can you make a Monica streamer with AI generation?
I'm sure somebody will do that at some point if it hasn't already been done. I have no doubt about that at all.
Yuri's just better than Monica.
Time paradoxes indeed. Maybe Yuri's past is our present. There you go.
And Claire's just on standby. Yeah. And as for the rest of it, it's not so bad, really, if you think about it.
Okay. Alright. Content warning for stabbed Yuri. She's leaving future us a message. Yeah.
I imagine you did not think so at the time. Looking at a decomposing corpse for 3 days is probably not anyone's idea of a good time. But really, you weren't looking at a corpse, just a CG of one. To me, it actually seemed somewhat beautiful, if tragic. The way I'm still looking at you almost fondly, even in death. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there is like a slight smile on the corpse, and I think the real tragic implications is from as the corpse decomposes and advances and the smile fades, and there's this fleeting impression that like at some point in death she realized this is a terrible mistake. Anyway.
How did you feel?
Oh, here, let's save it just because. Sad, horrified / upset, grossed out, confused / scared. Trying to think back. The first time I played this, I would have been. That was almost 6 years ago. Man. I can't believe we're coming up on the 6th anniversary of DDLC here. Next month, you know. Anyway, it's the kind of thing, like, I think this is a fairly common experience of this. Like, when Sayori dies, it's really sad because, like, you see the build up to it, and like, things haven't totally gone off the rails yet. When Yuri dies, it's, like, everything has gone batshit bonkers, and it's harder to be emotionally invested in the in her death because it's just so over the top ridiculous. Uh, there's no nothing option. But yeah, like it's sort of so over the top that you can't really. It's hard to feel sad about it. I wouldn't say I felt grossed out, confused, scared. I don't know. Like scared or horrified. There's I don't know. I sort of feel like none of these quite fit. I mean, I did mention a moment ago that her smile fading kind of emphasizes the sadness. Like I don't know. It's just it's weird. Like it's that point in the game, you kind of feel detached from the whole thing because it gets everything's breaking down and everything is so over the top ridiculous that why is aroused not an option? Oh no. This kidding. Natsuki almost certainly has trauma over walking on Yuri dead. Oh yeah. Oh absolutely. I believe she would. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, and also there's the fact that again this is a flashback and we're getting options during the flashback. Like how do these options exist? Um, I'm just gonna go with sad, I guess. That's sweet of you. It does mean something to me, though, that after such a short time together you'd be so affected. Especially given that to you I was just a sprite on a screen. But it's important not to get too upset for that reason. I'm separated from you just as much as Monica is, after all. Even if the feelings aren't quite the same. Perhaps. And in any event, even if I were real, this is the fate of all living things. It does not always happen so dramatically and disturbingly, of course, but all people end eventually. That is something that I am at peace with. And you may as well be too, since it is your fate. And mine as well, although it'll be a bit different for me, perhaps, as I'm not technically alive. But both our existences will end. It's nature. So you're not a violent pink being I do not love you player? Yeah. All there is to do is to have a pleasant existence while you may. So don't be sad. You should try to remember all the wonderful times we had together, however short. Yeah, see? Like this is the theme hmm. Like the theme that seems to be kind of building around like surrounding Fuyuki. This is why I have a lot of uncertainty about how this is going to play out because there is that theme going of, you know, don't mourn the loss of the loved one, you know, like remember the good times together, you know, celebrate the times you had. Like a player, you've committed a time paradox comeback before the timeline is unravels. Yeah. Uh, yeah. And you know, anyway, yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. I mean, I think I've expressed before, like I sing in a barbershop choir, and there's um, like our former director was really big on that concept of like don't mourn their loss, you know, celebrate the good times that you had, you know, um, like I don't know, like over the years that I've been in that group, there have been a number of occasions where members of the group died. It's been 20 years, and there are a lot of old guys in there. Um, and yeah, just sort of been a recurring thing about wanting to celebrate people's lives. We've done a number of songs on that subject too, like happy songs about death, which feels a little contradictory. Um, all the wonderful times, like when I licked your finger when I marked your stuff with my scent, or wheel. Yeah, yeah. No, like it's funny, like I mean, I've it's a conversation I've had with my therapist recently, because like I like my stories to have happy endings, um, uh, even though they deal with some dark subjects like suicidal ideation and so on, um, like, I don't know. That's just how I roll. I like to have, like deal with the sadness and then have a happy resolution to it. I that's my catharsis, my source of idea of how to seek catharsis, I guess. Um, but my therapist was talking about this, saying, there could also be something to be said for having the story end in tragedy, like with somebody dying, like permadeath dying, and um, finding a way, showing the remaining characters finding a way to deal with that after the fact. And certainly there are a number of mods that have done that. Like, I suppose it's spoilers if I say which mods, because that's it gives away the ending. But off the top of my head, Our Castle Walls, Amor Fati, I believe After Sayori does so. I mean, I haven't played that one, but and I'm drawing a blank. What was the other one? Fallen Angel. Um, they're all mods about one of the characters dying, and the others trying to figure out how to move on from that. And yeah, I can certainly see that there's some value in that, and I don't know if Dev is going to go there with this mod. It's certainly a choice. It would be a bold choice for sure. I don't know. Sort of feel like that's not how I roll. um, like I could have like a bad ending to Turquoise where Sayuri and or Monica do themselves in. I don't know if that's my thing. I mean, it's not my thing. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I feel like that sort of plot point doesn't sit well with me. Maybe that's something I need to look inside myself and ask myself like why that is. Maybe I just it's the kind of thing if I like lose people who are truly important to me, I'll understand better and value that more. I don't know. Things to think about, I suppose. Moving right along. You should try to remember all the wonderful times we had together, however short. I remember them, and you, fondly, despite everything about those moments that makes them unusual. These were wonderful moments. Indeed, chocolate. Indeed, they were designed that way, as fond and memorable moments. Designed so that I would stand out to you as someone you cared about. And I was designed to care about you, I think. Even though it was set up that way, and even though it's still artificial, it's still a treasured memory for me. I hope it can be for you too, as we move on with our lives. I can feel my perception being pulled back to what I believe to be my body, or is that my character file resyncing with something? This is all very complicated. It's just starting to get a little worrisome. She's been standing there
blanked out the whole time. She just been standing there vacantly for like 5 minutes now. I'm almost certain she'll come back to us soon. I wasn't asking you, Monica. Ah, yay, you're back. Are you okay? Excuse me. Sorry, my throat's very rough all of a sudden. I'm gonna use the washroom. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Natsuki, Yuri, we pog? That was funny. I'm sorry. That was like in last week's episode where Natsuki being the gamer just throwing the word pog into every sentence was funny. Anyway, moving on. Are you okay? I'm not sure. I can see many things. Yeah, it'll take some getting used to. Does that mean she was was Yuri seeing into the future and seeing this instance of the flashback? I don't know. Moving on. Hmm. Listen, Yuri, before we do anything else, I want to say I'm sorry for what I did to you, and what I did to the others, and the whole world, essentially. And and Tormuse also. I know all of that must have hurt you terribly, especially what I did to you. What you did to me was not so bad. It was just pain. And here I am, very much not dead. I'm not pleased with what happened to Natsuki and poor Sayori, but that is between you and them as far as I'm concerned. For my own part, you have nothing to apologize for. There's nothing to forgive, but if there were, I would forgive you instantly. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, we've never really explored um, Yuri's perspective on that whole thing before. I mean, I guess you could say it gives insight into like Yuri's reaction to the whole lobotomy thing. um, I would have expected I would have expected her to be pretty upset about being altered and so on, but I don't know. It's sort of it's a kind of thing like my ADHD brain frequently approaches conversations um, in terms of seeing all possibilities all at once and not being able to settle on one. And sometimes I anticipate everything that other people might say and what my possible reactions and responses to that would be all at once, and then end up not saying anything. And it sort of feels like Yuri kind of she can already considered all the ramifications of everything all at once and reached the conclusion, okay, well, it doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, moving on. You were a victim of circumstance. This world took a terrible toll on you. I obviously do not condone your reaction, but I do understand it. I'm not sure I would have avoided doing the same thing in your place. And I thank you for bringing me back and showing me the truth. It's certainly a lot to take in, but you know, with everyone here and all right for now, I don't think it's so bad. Monica on the brink of tears here. I actually think it's rather interesting. Wait, so you're not angry? You're not going to yell at me or anything? You're moving on just like that? Just like that. Obviously, we'll probably have to talk about things and what to do going forward, but you need not apologize to me. I do not consider that I have been wronged. Oh, Yuri, that's... I don't know what to say. You need not say anything. I just... I'd just like some time to remain here and figure things out. There's still so much that's odd about this. What's that expression? These eyes look... The MPT makes these the default eyes for some of the expressions, and it looks odd because it looks like they're scrunched up like they're under attention, and it makes the overall expression look weird. Yeah, that was the like first thing I coded out. So, like you know, when in making my last few mods with the MPT, because a lot of eyeliners all yeah. Anyway, like a flood of information in my mind that I need to process. Yeah, that's definitely what it's like. I'm going to go sit for a while. Let me know when you guys want to talk. I might ask you how to do some simple, safe things as a club president. Kind of interested in figuring out how all this works. Sure, just let me know. You sure let her off easy. I don't think so. Think about it from her perspective a little. We are all merely two-dimensional basic computer programs. From this perspective, as club president, it's easy to see how rich the real world seems, and how hollow we are by comparison. It is terrifyingly empty. I can easily see how it would provoke a panic reaction. Natsuki having this reaction because I... Is Natsuki aware of how hollow it seems? Don't you think that that level of existential horror is a little bit mitigating?
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm gonna go sit down for a while too. And let me know if we're doing anything.
Is she alright? She's been really upset about discovering the whole fake reality thing. It freaks her out. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have gone on about how horrible it is to then. I think someone actually made Natsuki fall for Yuri a bit, someone seeming so benevolent? Could be. Oh, she'll be fine. I hope so. Hopefully we all will be.
And of course they all are. There's no trauma on the literature club. Everyone knows that. Yeah, I remember that too. What do you mean you remember that too? You weren't there. You weren't in existence at that point. Or you're saying you remember being brought back yourself? You sure took it well compared to the rest of us. No, really. What do you mean? Why would Embassy be remembering that? Or is the being present like really like having knowledge that transcends time and or something like that?
I'm already a strange person, accustomed to the strange. Living inside a simulation is just one more layer of strangeness, so I suppose I've never minded that much. In some ways, the whole terrible DDLC experience is a lot easier than what's happening now.
He was watching the flashback? Okay. But still, then how can you say he remembers it? Anyway, and besides that, hold on. Watching the flashback, sure. That doesn't work in the established rules of this mod. They can't watch things unless the president sets it up. I thought, like when they're setting up the mods, for instance. And Monica's president at this point, and she wasn't there to process the flashback. So what we witnessed, I think, was just happening in Yuri's mind, I guess. I think president just gives you access to all of it. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like a bit of a plot hole, but we'll move on.
That's true. With all that, at least we could put everything back together again. Sorry. With all that, at least we could put everything back together. What is this? What is this sentence? With all that, at least we could put everything back together. Is there supposed to be a comma? Like, with all that, comma, at least we could put everything back together again? I'm not sure what the sentence is attempting to communicate. I don't know. Even if everyone is a little worse for the wear, yes. But with Fuyuki, it is entirely beyond our control. It's irretrievable and will hurt Natsuki badly. And yet I fear we are conditioned to feel less awful about it because it's normal. An expected sort of death. But I think that is just as terrible. All the worse, really, since we can do nothing about it. I mean, I still think it's a little odd that, like, in in-game years gone by, you had all for season 1 and we're into season 2, like... Oh hey, there's a raid! Hey, Code! Thanks for the raid, welcome to the stream! Welcome Raiders! How's it going? How'd your stream go, Code? I believe you were playing that Master Detective game, right? You're solving any more murders? Anyway, yeah, welcome Raiders. I'm playing the club meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. We're getting lots of existential angst going on here. This is the second last episode of season 2, so yeah, there's a lot of morbid talk about death because Natsuki's sister is dying, and like we're having a lot of conversations about that sort of existential stuff about coming to terms with grief and death and so on. So, Ray, you're coming into a exciting, upbeat episode here. Hi. My name is Tord. Tord, nice to meet you. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, Tord. Ah, Cody something something. Cool, cool. Hey, it's been a while. We killed the priest here, Cody. Robin the Coates. Yeah, they stuck into an all-girls school to investigate a death from half a year ago, and then someone died while I was there. Can't wait to properly investigate next week. Ooh, okay. So we thought you were getting a cold case, but then got a warm case? These are the baseball bat can one baby take. What context is that quote from? Imagine I could play and get poisoned? Yeah, that's what happened? Okay. Fair enough, alright. Well, yeah, anyway, yeah, thanks for dropping in. One thing I feel like I neglect to say whenever raids come in is, you know, feel free to look after yourself if you need to step away and lurk or whatever. You know, if you've been streaming for a few hours, it's okay to raid and run if you feel you need to. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there. FNF off mod. Hmm? Hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, the bad one. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. It's funny. Anyway, after since the main character disguises house girl, how to girlify myself? Haha. Yeah. I mean, when you're voice acting a bunch of girls, you kind of have to do that anyway. Anyway, moving on. Oh, the worst, really, since we can do nothing about it. Yeah, they're talking about Natsuki's sister who's dying of cancer. Yeah, moving on. All the king's horses and all the king's men. Yes, exactly. Oh, God, focus change failed. Uh-oh. Ooh. What the? All the queen's horses and all the queen's men. What did Monica just do? I mean, we knew Monica was up to something. Fuyuki's still sleeping. Monica is sitting by her with several notebooks filled with notes and a laptop with a code editor open. She looks tired. You ever wonder why the monarch from that rhyme never tried to fix Humpty Dumpty themselves? They probably didn't have any knowledge in putting egg people back together. I guess they're not that different from me then, because I'm not making any real progress here. Code editor, I noticed that. Monica calling out the misogyny, haha, yeah. I mean, I don't. I know it's a joke, but I mean, the fact that a king exists is not misogyny in itself. But whatever. It's just too complicated. Every time I think I have one thing pinned down, three other things I haven't considered ruin everything. I don't know what to do. I was considering just giving up and letting things take their course. I don't know. It's just so sad. Monica looks at Fuyuki, whose breathing is wheezy and labored. She doesn't look like she has very long. That's the only motivation I have left, is that death is so awful, and obviously the one in particular hits a little close to home. I mean, I only knew her before through Natsuki, really, but even being here for just a little while, it's easy to see that she's a good person. She doesn't deserve to die. She's so brave and strong. Why do I have to be so useless at this? This is the only thing that makes me special, and I'm terrible at it. I need to get it together. I'll have to come back to this later. The club is meeting imminently, and I promise I'd be better about being on time. Oh, starting in the next minute, actually. Hang on. Check login 6 Ida, corridor. Oh, whoops, gotta hurry. See new club day, queued. Queued? ETS Monica, .chr, queue execute. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure she'll be here on time. Yeah, she probably will. She just seems so busy all the time recently, more than usual. Wonder what she's doing. Okay, everyone. She just teleported to the room. I'm here. Well, that was sudden. Ran out of time to walk through the door? No, I was somewhere else entirely. Not at school. Correct, I had to do something else. Very important. She just hello, yeah. I think Yuri is feeling more anxious than usual and talked about her backstory because Natsuki isn't here. I mean, probably. It fit, yeah. You seem really tired. Yeah, I suppose I am a bit. But enough about that. I think I hear Masaida coming. Hi, everyone. Hi, Masaida. What's the plan for today? Natsuki is still with her sister. Yeah. Well, then listen, for today, I'm just going to get out of your way. I know it ruins the vibe a bit to have me here, and I don't want that. Oh, don't talk like that, Miss Ida. I like having you here. You don't need to flatter me, Yuri. I know it's a little more restrained because I'm here than it would be otherwise, and honestly, I feel like I'm bringing you guys down. So for today, I've stopped by, supervised, made sure you guys are properly advised, so my advisor duties are done for the day. So I'm going to head home and leave you guys to it. That's probably what I'll do every week from now on. Obviously, if you need anything, let me know, but otherwise, I'm just going to let you do your own thing, okay? Is that really what you want? I mean, we're more than happy to have you stick around. If this is about the not telling you our secret thing, no, nothing like that. It just, again, I feel like I'm a bit in your way. Give me a call if you need anything, okay? Malika has my number. Bye, guys. Uh-oh, passive-aggressive guilt trip time. Maybe she didn't mean it to be passive-aggressive, but could be interpreted that way. Well, that was kind of sad-seeming, really. She seems lonely. I'm not sure that's the feeling I got from her, but if that's what Sayori saw, I trust her intuitions about people over mine. Ugh, all the drama. Can we just get the actual club started? Well said, MC. Sometimes we are fairly distracted by all the goings-on, aren't we? Let's just get down to business. But what first? Well, with Masaida gone for the day, we could start with Yuri's mod if you all want. Natsuki's gonna miss Yuri's mod? Kinda sad Natsuki isn't here to see it. Yeah. Has teacher be stalking students and even has exchanged numbers? Sus, just kidding. Yeah. I think she would have liked it. Most likely. But don't worry, I'm sure she'll play it once she gets a chance. Ready to start otherwise? As ready as I'll ever be. My apologies in advance to everyone. Yeah, Yuri said that she was doing a romance mod, didn't she? This mod might seem a little strange to you, so don't judge me too much. I'm sure it's fine. As I think I said before, all our mods are a little cursed this semester. Ooh, yay. Yeah. So I don't think you have much to worry about. I really wanted Natsuki to see a mod where I romance her intensely. Shame. Yeah. Now let's get started. I've hooked it up so that the player can control this mod. But don't forget, we still can't say anything while the mod is in progress, otherwise it will confuse things. And now, away we go. Love Literature 43? No, it's 63. L is 50, X is 10, and then 3 I's. Okay, Love and Literature 63, okay. Rules 63, oh, okay, gender bend. Right, I get it. Yeah. I'm nervous. I've always been a shut-in who's had a hard time making friends. Now we've moved and I had to transfer to a new school, so I have to start from the very beginning and probably make a fool out of myself like I always do with people. I wish I weren't so bad at understanding people. Hey, new art. Yuri knows about that internet meme from Natsuki, no doubt. Blurst mod? Huh, interesting. Was this commissioned especially for the mod, I wonder? I mean, there have been a few, like,
gender bent versions of the characters in DDLC. Like the switcheroo mod comes to mind. They've Yuri spelled with two U's, and there's Natsuko and Mateo and Satori. Well, the male versions of the girls, of the Dokis, the Brokies. This is from the public folder. Okay, huh. Yuri, yeah. or as somebody said, shouldn't his name be Yowie? Anyway, I wish I weren't so bad at understanding people or being understood. I don't mind being lonely too much. It's just such a big handicap to not get people. Oh well. At least I have my books, no matter what happens. Time to get ready for the day. Back, who touched the gender stat? Ha ha ha. Yeah. This is Yuri's mod. She apparently did a gender bend mod. I walk slowly towards the school, lost in my own thoughts about what it will be like here. At least the neighborhood seems nice. Close my eyes and take a deep breath of fresh air, hold it for a moment, then exhale. It is pleasant and invigorating. Suddenly I run into someone and knock them over. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. Are you alright? I offer a hand to help them up, and they grab it and stand. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Okay, so MC isn't being gender bent, it seems. I have expected to see, like, FemC show up now. Oh well. Dang, you're tall. I guess from your uniform that you're a student at the same school as me? Yes, that is so. But I'm a transfer student, and today is my first day, so I don't really know anyone. Oh, well, that's not a problem. I'd be happy to show you around if you like. You seem nice, and it's the least I can do. That would be very helpful, thank you. Huh. He's rather good-looking, if somewhat goofy fellow. What to do? Oh, hey, I got a choice here. Wait, I'm into girls? What am I saying? I was gonna say, I mean, he did just make the comment that he's good-looking. Best to keep options open or attempt to flirt. Oh, are we doing a date? Is Yuri making a dating sim here? Can't remember if the mod has talked about MC's family yet. There was mention about him having a twin sister who's studying abroad somewhere. We don't really know much beyond that, I don't think. His time with fourth something is bromance. Maybe to girls, what am I saying? Is actually Yuri's self-insert? Yeah. Oh, geez, I don't know. Okay, cool. If the MC sprite gets used, I predict it's for his twin sister, PK. Yeah. PK? Sure, okay. Let's go with the gay option. Remember this mod? Fun. Yeah. I mean, I did tag the stream LGBT in anticipation of LGBT content, so we must comply with the LGBT, as you know. Let's go with the attempt to flirt. I always have trouble making friends in a new place. Good to make one early here. I appreciate it. Of course, no problem. Especially with such a handsome and, therefore, doubtless, popular guy like yourself. Oh, thanks, I guess? Blush. I don't really think of myself as handsome, though, and I'm definitely not popular. I find that rather difficult to believe. He almost looked flustered for a moment there. Did I do it right? Have I, at last, successfully flirted with someone? Probably he's just not used to have a boy say something like that to him. Hi, MC, and, my name is Yuri. Hi, Yuri. It's great to meet you. She seems like quite the ray of sunshine. Lol, bromance, yeah. What should I say? A polite greeting, ask if they know each other, attempt to flirt with her also. Go for the harem ending. Also flirt. You think so? I'm sorry. um, go with the polyamory thing. We've got one vote for also flirt. It does not end in a bad ending if you do, okay? I mean, I thought if we were just gonna just zero in on the gay angle, we should stick with Yuri MC thing, but I mean, flirt? Okay, we're going with the flirt option. Polyamory is still gay, sure, why not? Is MC straight? We don't know. He did look flustered for a moment there. Let's go. Whatever. If we really wreck things, we can reload. Goodness, what's come over me today? I've suddenly become some kind of serial flirter, but I can't say I'm not enjoying it. Well, you're certainly a day brightener. Is she always this radiant, MC? Pretty much. I think it makes her kind of a goofball, but you get used to it after years of knowing her. Nonsense. Lovely young woman such as this. A goofball. Look out for this one, Sarah. He's got a silver tongue. I'm sure I'll be alright, MC. Here he has that riz, apparently. Yeah, no kidding. So, I take it you're also a fellow student of mine. That's right. MC and I walk together to school each day. Would you like to come with us? I'd be delighted. Oh, that reminds me. MC and I belong to this club at school, and we really need another member. Do you happen to like literature? You know, like writing poetry, that kind of thing? Maybe, sometimes, but, never really to large groups like that. But it's a small group. Just me and MC, plus 2 other members. And we really need a 5th member to get officially recognized as a club. A 5th member? Okay. You should join. I don't know. We're gonna have cupcakes there today. This expression. See, I know because I could taste the metal in my mouth earlier. What? Taste the metal? Hmm? I'm not sure which line that's a reaction to. Anyway. Well, I can hardly say no to that. Yay! This is a good decision, I promise. I can already think of 2 very good reasons why it would be. This might be really fun. Silver tongue? Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Awkwardness of having been given a visual novel of the gender you're not attracted to? I mean, you just kind of have to see it as it's just, you know, it's just a work of fiction about other characters, and just have that level of detachment, I guess. Like, you don't have to see it as yourself being MC, even though he's supposed to be the audience stand-in, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. The last class of my first day at this new school comes to a close. It has been an exceptionally dull day. Hopefully that club will liven things up a bit. Wonder how a literature club even works. Wait, I don't know how to get there. How am I going to find it? Hi Yuri, I found you! So you have. You're to show me to the club. That's right. So, if I may ask, what does a typical day look like in your club? Oh, it's tons of fun. We read stuff and write poems and talk about stuff and it's just super fun. Sounds like it. Hurry, we're almost there. She turns toward me and runs backwards while giggling. She seems excited. Then, not looking where she's going, she trips and falls. You know, find the literature club finds you, yeah. Familiar with the Kinsey scale? I'm aware of it. I can't really say I'm that familiar with it. I know it's like a scale that measures like sexual orientation or something. Something like that. I don't really know. Ow. 0 is straight, 6 is gay? Okay.
MC is a 1 uwu? Okay. I don't know, I'll have to look into that, I suppose. I mean, I don't know if sexual orientation can really be defined on a like a 1 to, or a 0 to 6 scale, though. I mean, hey, it's H-John. Hey, welcome to the stream, Logic Zero. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like what you said in the other session about tautosexual. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. It's I don't know. Like it varies between individuals. I mean, it's certainly I think it's most common for people to be attracted to the other gender, but there are also quite a lot of people where there's just a lot of wiggle room around that sort of thing. Some people are just attracted to individuals, and the gender isn't necessarily a part of that, and it's not really a scale. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's just this messy thing. Anyway, moving on. Exhaust an option for asexuals. Yeah. Oh, are you okay? Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of clumsy. What should I do? Nothing. Ask her if she needs medical attention. Lightly take her hand and help her up. I'm going with the holding hands option here. Option for asexuals. Well, I mean, it's good. The Kinsey scale acknowledges asexuals, I suppose. Okay, moving on. Let's help her up. Here, unmarried hand holding. Yeah, exactly. Here, take my hand. I firmly hold her arched fingers in my palm and grasp her upper arm with my other hand, pulling her to her feet. Thanks. Of course. It was my pleasure. Shall we head on in now? Yeah, this is the door right here. Hi, everyone. Eyebrows, a new club member. Oh, I see. Who's this? Let me introduce you all to our new member, Yuri. This is our fearless leader, Monica. A pleasure to meet you. Charmed, I'm sure. You already know MC. That I do. And this is Natsuki.
Another boy. Sayori, honestly, the vibe in here is going to be totally ruined. So what's your deal then, Yuri?
Don't mind her, she's always like this. She seems like a lively one. What to do? Tease her, be sincere and endearing, flatter her, or just be safe and polite. I mean, this is Natsuki's first impression. The vibe is going to be totally ruined. What's your deal then? I mean, you know, teasing her could be an option in the terms of like, you know, having like gentle ribbing back and forth kind of thing. That's not necessarily want to do like right from the first get go. You know, you don't want to. It could be a weird way to make a first impression. Just Alt F4. That would close the game. Be sincere and endearing. Flatter her. Just be safe and polite. I'm kind of leaning towards flatter her. I think Natsuki might respond well to that. I'm gonna recommend being polite, not a spoiler for the mod, just from my DDLC knowledge. Yeah. I mean, safe and polite. Like it's yeah. Who wants the safe option though? I mean, this sort of feels like the neutral option. I want to go for flatter her. I'm going for flatter. Anyway. Well, I came because I heard there was literature, but I'll definitely stay now that I've seen you. Oh boy. Ha ha. Unless that wasn't a joke, in which case it was the cringiest thing I've heard all day. But you tried, and that's what's important. Either way, you can solve the pain of rejection with these cupcakes I made. He came? Haha, yeah. Anyway, I take one of the cat-shaped cupcakes I am being offered. The decoration is intricate and they look delicious. Natsuki must be a skilled baker. I take a bite. These are good. Maybe I should say something. Praise the cupcakes or just enjoy them quietly. I'm praising the cupcakes. Like, why wouldn't you? Wow, Natsuki. These are actually amazing. You should start a bakery or something. Natsuki blushing. Yeah, enjoy the cupcakes. She runs off. I quietly finish eating my cupcake. Sayori, MC, and Natsuki have started up an anime discussion about a recently released superhero film. Pretty good cupcakes, huh? I'll say. She's pretty good at that, huh? She is. One of her many strengths. Natsuki has now climbed onto a table, imitating the superhero from the movie while Sayori and MC laugh loudly and applaud. Hell, the cupcakes, we are starting a religion. Sure. Along with perhaps a weakness or two. There's a brief lull in the conversation. We're going to flirt with Monica too now. Say nothing, bring up Monica's leadership skills, compliment Monica's appearance. I don't know, complimenting her appearance feels like a more shallow option. I feel like I want to bring up her leadership skills. I mean, you know, not that... I don't know. Not that a praising appearance has to be, you know, quote unquote shallow, doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it is a little overdone when it comes to you know, girls and women, you know, emphasizing their appearance. I just feel like I want to switch it up and compliment her leadership skills instead. Oh hell, money. Yeah. Monica's leadership skills. It's a fun group you have here, but also a rather chaotic one. You must be pretty good at bringing people together for this club to even exist. Monica's blushing. No, they do most of the work, honestly. I'm really just a figurehead. Just what a skilled leader would do. Give all the credit for an accomplishment to the group. But your modesty is very admirable. Speaking of getting the club back together, though, it's probably about time we got started on the club proper. Okay, everyone, that's enough horsing around. Let's get serious now. Gather around. I'll find them on the screen now. We gather into a small group around Monica. Today, I think we'll start with poem time. Just take a while, let's say 15 to 20 minutes, and just write a short poem. And then afterwards, we can do group feedback. Sound good? On it, Chief. The rest of the club scatters to work on their poems quietly and alone. If I want to impress people, I should probably write a poem to produce a certain effect. I should think about what I know about the personalities of these people and what kind of poetic strengths they might respect most. Are we gonna get the poem minigame now? Poems? So emails next? What if club meetings Yuri ever just hits her friends with incredibly flirtatious compliments that they don't see coming, but mostly reserves it for nuts? Yeah. Maybe. Ooh, what kind of poem to write? Focus on emotional content, focus on structure and cadence, focus on dramatic impact, focus on ambience and vocabulary, or focus on sincerity and self-reflection. Ooh, Are these meant to are each of these options meant to reflect one of the club members, like structure and cadence supposed to are there like 5 different poems based on which one you choose? Oh, you know my choice, which can be predictable. Yeah, I forgot about one of the options. Yeah, I don't know. Sincerity and self-reflection. Self-reflection is hard. Most people don't want to do it. Dramatic, that structure and cadence, emotional content. I'm sort of leaning towards emotional content. Like ambience and vocabulary feels like it's Yuri's thing most. Like structure and cadence could be like Monica's thing. dramatic impact could be Natsuki, Sayori's could be emotional content, and does that mean sincerity and self-reflection is MC's thing? There's 6 endings to this? My idiocy brain knows what poem to who? I don't know. I don't know if we want to like reload and try all the different options. Like I get the feeling that this could be a fairly complex mod here that Yuri wrote. Let's go with self-reflection. The person I most want to impress seems like they'd appreciate sincere, unpretentious poems. Something honest and kind and strong in that it shows vulnerability. I'll write a poem about my experience being socially awkward and trying to change that. That gives me some good ideas for phrasings, actually. Alright, everyone, all finished. Pick someone to share with and let's get started. I wonder who I should share poems with first. Oh, wow. So many choices in this. Okay. Whoever I share with first will probably appreciate the gesture. Let's go with MC. Hey, MC, you want to share poems first? Us guys have to stick together after all, right? Right. Here's mine. Oh, hey, I remember this one. Grass stains, yeah. So this is one of the season 1 poems here. Very impressive stuff, MC. It has a simple, almost elementary quality to it, but that belies the profound point being made. I am deeply impressed, my good man. Thanks? Let me take a look at what you have here. MC takes my poem and reads it. Why'd they switch places? Did he just grow? What that happened there? That was weird. Was there a weird focus change error there? I mean, Dev does have a weird habit of having characters switch positions on the screen anytime there's any break in the action, like a poem being shown or whatever. He ate a mushroom, yeah. Suzu's here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How you doing? I'm doing okay. Playing some more club meetings mod. we're watching. This is a mod within a mod. This is Yuri's mod where she's did a gender bent version of herself. Anyway, wow, Yuri, this is really good. Yeah, I thought it was MC poem. Like really, really good. It almost makes me a little jealous. I wish I could write poems like this. The way you have all these cool words to express certain concepts, just wow. Thank you so much, MC. You're very kind. But with this poem and pick me first, you should probably show your poem to somebody else now, though. Otherwise, the rest of the club might talk, you know. I understand. I'll get right on that then. Yeah, I knew it. I figured that was the MC option. I figured I ought to, you know, make it more gay. Anyway. Monica. Would you like to share next, Monica? Certainly. Here, have a look at mine. Lady who knows everything. This is, yeah, this is a third poem from the original game. Whoops, wrong button. The story is told clearly and incisively, but the meaning of the story is obscure. Exactly. I appreciate that. I think it's important to let the reader come to their own understanding of a poem's meaning. And I agree. Now let's see what you have for me here. Monica reads my poem. I see. Very interesting. You must certainly have a style of your own. It's very novel to me, never seen much like this before in poetry. Does it appeal to you? You know, it's hard to say. I'd have to think about it. Well, if it's that murkily thought-provoking, I must be doing something, right? Clearly. Alright, time for us to move along. And Is Dev not in the stream? Not today. Yeah, Dev is visiting a friend and couldn't make it today, but they'll be here for tomorrow's stream. This is the first of the series that Dev has not been present for. It had happened eventually, I suppose. I still wanted to do the stream though, because I wanted to keep momentum up and have the season finale tomorrow. Because otherwise, yeah, risk having a cliffhanger on Sunday and then having to wait a whole week, and that probably wouldn't be fun. Anyway, moving on. Let's go with Sayori next. Hi, Yuri. You want to read my poem? Of course. Dear Sunshine. Okay, so it's first poem from the original game. A subtle poem. It appears on the surface to be very saccharine and blandly positive, albeit charming, but it hints at much deeper psyche than it first appears. I wonder what lies in the profound depths of the soul that wrote this. Not that much, really. Here, let me see yours now. I hand over my poem over to Sayori, who grabs it with both hands and reads it quickly. Hey, great job, Yuri. Your poem is great. I see. Did you, have any more detailed feedback for me? Nope. Just really good poem. Very good then. I'll move along. Yeah. This is feeling a bit like filler here. They're just saying, yep, it's good, let's move on now. We also wait for the Season 3 collection, or are you just going to play the episodes individually? I don't know. I take it that's what you're doing. I think you're waiting for the Season 3 collection code. I mean, I was considering just downloading the individual episodes, like playing them individually, and then playing the extras once the compilation is released. I was thinking about that. I don't know. I mean, I still got a couple weeks of this. Like this weekend we're finishing up the episodes, and then next weekend I'm going to be doing the extras, and that includes. My understanding is it includes Natsuki's quest, which is rather long and involved, particularly if you try all the options. So, sorry, chat's active all of a sudden here. Is Yuri Normal still in the club? Well, I mean, they're watching this mod. Like the club is watching the mod play out. This mod within a mod play out. So she's the normal Yuri is still there. I mean, still like within the mod. No, it's just her gender bent self here. Sorry, I misunderstood the question. Anyway, most cookies lie in the soul that wrote this. Good. Me waiting too. Yeah. Well, the differences between the Season 3 collection and the individual episodes that the collection has more CGs. Oh, really? Is that so? Maybe it's worth waiting for the collection then. Waiting patiently for the collection feels like I might as well, especially since Dev said it's releasing soon. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that reminds me. Shoot. I said I was going to send an email in, which could possibly maybe make it into the collection, if Dev is still processing that. I neglected to do that. I'll have to do that after the stream. I have to send in an email to Monica. And of course the bonus comment, why do I keep joining in the mods? I only joined, yeah. Wants to boil at CGs, lol, but I did commission one of them, uwu. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, moving on. Let's share with Natsuki. Howdy, boss. Looks like you and me are up next. It does appear that way, yes. Can I see what you wrote today? Yeah, here you go. Don't expect great things. Really? From a pro like Natsuki? Eagles can fly. It's her first poem. I was told not to expect great things, but this is excellent. Very cynical and sharp point is made using extremely simple language and structure. Poetry is all about efficient representation of ideas, and that's what this is. That you managed to create such a biting point so rapidly and clearly is very impressive. Thanks. It's good that someone around here appreciates my genius. But hey, enough about me. Let's see what you did today. Instead of calling it cute. Yeah. season collection also will feature a fan art section featuring yours truly. Oh, neat. That's cool. Oh, you'll have your stuff in the season 3 collection. Jealous Lamau. Yeah. Okay. Hand my poem over to Natsuki. Meh. Your critique is meh. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just different from what I'm used to. I think it's fine. It's very you. And I have a feeling someone around here probably would like or did like it a lot more than I do. So I'll let you get right back to the club. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's what I kind of figured how this is gonna play out. Like MC was gonna like the poem and no one else would like it. It's playing the poem minigame song now. That's gay. I know you're gay, so I'm not going to try to flirt. Yeah. Great poems today, everyone. Let's just relax for the rest of the club, eh? Free time. Having fun so far? Yes. It's been quite wonderful. Is it my imagination, or did Yuri's sprite expand? Did Dev forget to use the @ command or something? Look at how much wider his shoulders are compared to MC's. Was that the case right from the beginning? No, it's MC who expanded? Yuri's a big man, yeah. Honestly, I am surprised that there is such a thoughtful club at this school. It is nice to know that people think deeply about the written word. Tell me, MC, what do you all usually do for free time here? Whatever we want, so long as it's vaguely literary. Sari likes to write her poem for the next week. Monika's always working on some story she never actually shows us. I don't really have a set thing I do. I usually am just reading a sci-fi novel or something, though. Yuri's big man, MC small man. Yuri is big, yeah. And usually Natsuki reads manga. But as for you, again, whatever you want. Good thing I came prepared then. What do you mean? I pulled the horror novel I'm reading and gestured to it. This could be an opportunity of sorts. Invite him to read with me or read alone. I'll just stick with the gay angle. It's him to read with me. You know, if you wanted, you could come read this with me. It's actually really good. If you're into that sort of thing, that is. I've never really read anything like that, but I'd be super interested. Totally something we could do. It's just, how are we going to read a book together at the same time? A simple matter. We just push two desks together, as so. Then you sit next to me here. And we read. I read pretty quickly, so I'll probably finish a given pair of pages before you. And you can just tell me when you're ready to turn the page. Well, alright then. That sounds pretty fun. We each lean in a little bit. Our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. MC takes his left arm and holds the left side of the book between his thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way he turns the page and I slide under my thumb after it flips to his side. Oh right, I guess it's in Japanese. They're turning from right to left instead of left to right. Okay. You're wrong after the end of Lift Club, right? Yeah. Just finished watching a movie? Oh yeah? What movie? It's a deep metaphor on sex work and its inflation on the economy? If you say so. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of MC's face and he's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at MC's face again and our eyes meet. He probably can't keep up with me. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Like I said, I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. This is copy-paste vanilla dialogue here. Or just wide Yuri, lol. Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Reading the Reddit post for Doki Doki Storm, what were you saying? I asked what movie you watched. Other than that, I said a lot of things. Continue to read this way for a long time. It's lovely. After a while, maybe 20 minutes, MC excuses himself to stretch his legs. As he gets up, he rests his hand on my shoulder for balance, and I smile up at him. Such a kind boy. Then as I look around the room, having been lost for some time in a literary reverie with MC, I notice something on the ground beneath one of the desks. It's a pink pen with a heart-shaped clicker at the end. Okay. Is this a clickable thing? Someone must have dropped this. Oh no, is this MC's pen, or are we doing the pen route now? It's a pretty cute pen. This isn't Monica's pen though, isn't it? It's the one that she's holding in the menu art, anyway. More sexual tension than Heartstopper. Should we call it As the Gods Will? It ain't religious or anything though? Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Should I try to give it back to its rightful owner? How many ways is this story going to diverge? I mean, it does appear to be Monica's pen. Keep it for myself. I mean, I don't know. Should I try like should I try to keep things balanced and try to juggle between different people, or should I like keep the focus on MC and just keep it gay? Monka? I don't know. I'm experiencing some indecision in this moment. I mean, it certainly looks like Monica's pen. I feel like I should be able to like click and drag it or something, but clicking it doesn't do anything. No more input from chat? I don't know. Keep it for myself. My mod Monica sings a song of Sayonara with lyrics in the credits? Oh, okay. Just Monica? Okay, well, let's go with Monica, I guess. Oh, hey, that's my pen. Thank you so much for finding it. I've been looking all over for it. I know it sounds kind of silly, but that pen actually has a lot of sentimental value to me. Don't know what I would have done without it. And Monica back her pen. Thanks, you're kind of a sweetie, aren't you? What's this wink? As Monica walks away, I feel myself blushing furiously. That was MC's pen? A few minutes later, as I'm back to reading my book, there suddenly comes the sound of raised voices from over by the closet. Can't quite make out what's being discussed, but Natsuki certainly seems very animated. I close my book and head over to investigate. What's going on over here? We're trying to persuade Natsuki that she did something wrong. It's hopeless, but it needs to be done anyway. It is hopeless, because what I did was perfectly justified. What did she do? So, there's this girl in one of Natsuki's classes who always jumps to be the first person to answer questions, and she's just kind of a know-it-all and a big suck-up to the teacher, and yesterday, apparently, she took it a little far for Natsuki's taste, and I was in the middle of answering a question. And she interrupts you without even raising her hand, and then she was like, oh, but actually it's really important to note that that happened in 1708 or whatever the F. And it's just like, honestly, get a life, you know? That does sound quite annoying, I suppose. What did you do? Well, I may have gotten into her lunch bag today, and I may or may not have spiked all her food with ghost pepper hot sauce. That's a bit of an over retaliation there. Is there a harem simulator DDLC mod? Keeping up a harem sounds exhausting.
I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is Brand New Day, because MC kind of gets with all of the girls, but it's it's not really a harem simulator in the sense of having to try to balance between all of the characters. It's a totally linear mod, and you just get with all of them regardless. So I don't know if that counts. Considering Yuri found it. Yeah, yeah. Natsuki certainly seems very anime. It's not as bad as I thought it's gonna go. I don't know, yeah. Anyway, moving on. You should have seen her at lunch. It was amazing. She was literally rolling around on the floor in pain. Just fantastic. That's super mean, Natsuki. Not cool at all. You might have hurt her seriously. She was fine. Just a little lesson. One she won't forget anytime soon. Like, what? I don't know. It's, I mean, presumably Natsuki didn't tell her that she put the ghost pepper sauce in there. Like, what exactly is this girl supposed to, quote unquote, learn from this? Like, how would she even connect the ghost pepper prank with interrupting Natsuki earlier? Oh well. Remember seeing a mod where everyone dies, including the MC? Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. You don't think that's maybe a little too far? I don't feel like it's good to hurt people like that. Ah, come on, it's just a little bit of fun. Nothing serious happened to her. Okay, help me explain this to them. I most certainly will not. Natsuki, that was extremely irresponsible, and more than a little cruel. You should apologize. I cannot be the only person here who sees the justice of my actions. You all just don't get it. Yuri, you agree, right? I know you got my back in this. Honestly, I feel like I agree with everyone else here. That was a very mean thing to do. I'd probably look pretty bad to everyone else if I supported Natsuki in this, but at the same time, Natsuki seems like she values loyalty and sticking up for people you're close to, even if they're wrong. So if I don't support her, she'll probably be very offended. I should think carefully about this. Side with the club or side with Natsuki? Oh. This is Yuri's perspective of Natsuki. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, Yuri did write this. She sees Natsuki as being this prankster. Right? It's a new Monica graphic? You mean just now? I mean, it's possible. This is the uses the MPT, which gives a lot of new expressions available and so on. Anyway, yeah, this could be rough if we side with. It could be rough either way. I mean, if we're trying to endear ourselves to everyone, then maybe siding with the club is the better option. Although we already went against Natsuki earlier, so that's gonna like be extra against her. I don't know. How to get the new expressions? I might use them. Look up the mood posing tool, or MPT for short. There's probably I think there's a link to it in the DDLC mods subreddit. Like if you go to the mega thread, I think there's a link there somewhere. It's got a bit of a learning curve, but there's a lot of useful stuff there. My last few mods used it. There's a new outfit for Monica as well. But yeah, I mean, siding with Natsuki feels like the more controversial option here. could be interesting. I don't know. I'm already anticipating that Natsuki's gonna feel ganged up on if like everyone sides up against her. I'd side with the club. Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of leaning towards that option, but at the same time, I almost feel bad for Natsuki, even though what she did was pretty mean. And just like, why would you even do that? You know, like, what possible benefit is there even to that? You're just hurting someone for no reason.
It's because mostly because this locks you out of the gay options law. Yeah, fair enough. Fine, we'll side with the club. I don't know, Natsuki. That does sound awfully dangerous, and definitely out of proportion to our offense, if any.
Ah, you're just like the rest of these bozos. Fine, I'll be over here reading manga because I'm the only one here smart enough to appreciate it.
Is she alright? Oh, she'll be fine. She's like this from time to time, but maybe in a minute, maybe a day, she'll be back to being brashly friendly like nothing ever happened. We try to discourage her when she does things like this in the hope that it makes her a little more considerate. Not that we've seen any evidence that's working, though. Yeah, Yuri really does have much broader shoulders than everyone else. Like, he's just huge. Anyway.
Can you guys take your charming discussion elsewhere, please?
She heard all that. After a while, the club finishes up and everyone starts to head out. What a day. Natsuki sure was mad. I guess that's just what she's like. Have fun today? Yes, indeed. It has been a genuine pleasure. You all are so warm and welcoming. Thank you so much for having me in your club. It's your club too now. That's right. Heading home now? I am. Well, if you live close, I'm sure MC and Sayori would be glad to walk with you for a ways at least. Or maybe you'd prefer if I gave you a ride? Maybe you live far away? This is my best chance. I'm going to make my move. As I say, I should probably go home with the person I'm interested in. Monica or MC and Sayori? I'm sticking with the gay option. Just got to keep that trend going. Poly time? Yeah, MC and Sayori? I mean, we did have an appeal to Monica moment early on when giving her pen back, so... Yeah, also we could go with no one. I mean, there's an asexual option as well. Imagine just rizzing up everyone only to then go home alone. Yeah. Okay, let's go with MC and Sayori. Oh, I don't live too far away. Just a few dozen blocks north of here, really. Hey, that's about where we live. No wonder we all ran into each other this morning. So you want to walk back with us? I'd love to. Have fun, you guys. I'm going to get on the road then. Bye, Monica. It seems like she works really hard. Yeah, she needs to take better care of herself. We are glad that we have someone who works so hard as club president. Come on, let's get going, guys. As I walk with MC and Sayori, I grow to appreciate the closeness they have with each other. They truly are very good friends. You can tell from the insider vocabulary, the old jokes from when they were children. The bonds here are very old. I hope I wasn't so forward with MC as to upset their friendship. Suddenly, as though they both silently agreed to do so simultaneously, they both turned to me. What's this expression here? So, Yuri, MC and I have been friends for a very long time, which means that I kind of see it as my job to look out for him. And, look, I'm not very good at this. I don't have a lot of experience with it, but it's obvious that you and MC should be together, you know? Wow, that was very forward. But you have to promise that you'll take very good care of him. I mean, it's either go in for the kill right now or drag this out into another day. And I guess Deb probably didn't want to drag this out too much. I mean, it's already had multiple branching points, so it's kind of the time to wrap this up. Anyway, because he's my best friend, and if you don't, you'll answer to me. Got it? What do I even say to that? Got it or no, it's not like that? I'm gonna say got it. Sayori, you have my solemn assurance. I will take very good care of MC. If he wants me to, that is. Good. Well, you boys probably have a few things to talk about in private, so I'll let you get right to it. This expression. I don't know. You don't need to say anything. Let's just walk together a little. Oh, okay. We walk together in silence until finally we reach MC's house. Secret hair mending? Yeah, I mean, I sort of imagine, like, if maybe if I'd gone with the Natsuki poem and then uh, chosen the club against Natsuki, then I could, you know, kind of play both sides, kind of thing. I don't know. I feel like I might want to. I don't know if I want to do it on stream, but maybe privately try different combinations of options and see if we get different results. Anyway, moving on. Listen, Yuri, about what Sayori said, it's basically true. You're just so smart and tall and kind and cute. Oh, hey, here we go. So that said, would you like to? Of course, I would. Didn't even wait for him to finish the sentence. I'm sorry. Why is that so funny? You're quite handsome yourself, my young gentleman. Thanks. So, do you want to come inside? I would like nothing better. And then everyone dies at the end. Yeah. Aha! You got the turtleneck option as well. That's funny. I need to use the washroom again. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay. What's gonna happen now? Sorry. Too much Yuri voice. This is making my voice rough. Yeah, sorry. I've never been in a situation like this before. Me neither. I'm just glad you're here, though. It's just nice to have you around. It's nice to be around. I'm a little worried, though. What about? Well, just that I'm not really worthy of you. You're just way smarter and better than me in almost every way. I don't know why you'd want to be with a guy like me. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, my dear, it makes perfect sense. You sell yourself terribly short. You are stronger than you think you are, and you're man enough for anyone. And he really was. And he really was. Since then, he's proved himself to be a pillar of support for me when I feel down, or lonely, or panicky. No one understands me and my strange mind quite like he does. I hope that I'm as good to him as he is to me. But all I can do is try. He deserves it. The end. That was cute. Wow. A lot of effort went into that one. How pleased Yuri looks. I like that you made yourself a guy in this one, made things interestingly different. A very bold choice to have an MC route. I'm MC blushing. I can't think of many mods that include romance between guys, and that is a shame, for it is just as valid as any other form of romance. When I was writing it, I couldn't get over how cute the relationship felt. Yeah, I agree, and I thought it was also cute how Sayori was still a big part of MC's life, and approving his romantic interests. Yes, that was an important part of this ending. I think Sayori would still very much be one of the most important people in MC's life. For sure. Yeah. Presumably this dialogue plays out differently depending on what route you take and so on. I would die on the spot if I read my self-insert fanfic of real people to class. Oof. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Relatable? For sure. Well, we could talk about Yuri's mod for a long time, I suspect, but we have only so much club time. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, no, seriously though, it's one thing, like, all the mods and fan fictions I've written around DDLC so far, like, it's one thing to share them with, like, random strangers who are also into DDLC, but I couldn't imagine sharing them with, like people in the barbershop choir, for instance, or people at my, well, former workplace, I guess. Yeah, it would just be kind of, it would be weird. Different things in different contexts, I guess. Anyway, moving on. So let's move on to poems. Mine's another downer today, kind of, so I'll get it out of the way. Myself. I had a dream that everything went wrong, and things I care about most and have worked on most fell to pieces mostly, and I was left only with myself. What a terrible dream. For what is there to myself except what I make of it in the world? What was the prompt this week? I don't even remember. Yeah, anyway. Pretty interesting. This poem definitely gives me anxiety. I've woken up from dreams like that. Sorry. I've woken up from dreams like that before that gave me anxiety for the whole day, but this is more about something else than it is of that feeling, yeah? Yes, it is. I think she's talking about being content with the self. But she can't be. Monica, or at least Monica in the persona of this poem, ties herself to what she achieves in the outside world. So if you suddenly take all that away, she's left with nothing. Possibly Monica actually feels this way, or possibly she intends it as a critique of people who do feel that way. Or both. Or both, yes. This problem becomes a lot easier when your image of yourself and the things you achieve are both zero. Aww. Poor self-effacing Sayori. The long pause. I'm kidding. Sorry, I've been depressed for so long that it's hard not to make jokes about it even when I feel okay. I promise you actually feel okay. Promise. In fact, here's mine. It'll help you feel better about me, baby. Warm wind. Have you ever gone out on a chill, cloudy day? Wished for a wind to blow the cold away, and then it comes. The sun shines through, and a warmer wind caresses you. What makes it nice, you still see the cold, dark clouds and rain receding slow, but you're nice and toasty as warmer winds gently blow upon your skin. What a treat that is to see the difference between gloom and glee. Warm wind. So I'm just gonna keep adding these mini mods for filler. I mean, that's sort of been the premise. They're playing with coding and making mods within mods. That's part of the setting for this thing. So yeah. Yeah. I honestly, what was the prompt for this week's poems? I mean, they usually give a prompt for these. Yeah. Yeah, Sari going on about the contrast between cold and warm, the same way she goes on with the contrast between like bitterness and sweetness. those the bittersweet things. Anyway, I'm a little worried about Natsuki's poem, what it's going to consist of. But yeah. What a lovely contrast. Much like how a day spent at home under a blanket with warm beverages is not complete unless it's cold outside. Yeah, exactly. Is that what it is like for you now, mentally? Yeah, the difference between how I feel now and how I felt even a couple months ago is huge. And it's really nice. I really like not having to worry about myself. Or how I might hurt other people. It just is so relaxing by comparison. I'll bet. I really liked the cadence of that poem. It felt very bouncy and light. And it was written with simple language, so that gave it a easiness of understanding. I think it's a typo, and easiness perhaps. Very good poetry. All her poetry is good poetry. Here she's using one of my favorite metaphors in her poetry. It really is a very classic Sari poem. Well, why don't you go next, MC? Sure thing. Funnel. Your life is like a funnel. At one end open and wide, at the other narrow and tight. When you're born, all is possible. Make any choice you like with your full slate of time. But each choice you make has a cost. You go down one path, but not another. What's down the other, you'll always wonder. The more you choose, the less choice you have. Locked in by the decisions of your past, your destination's narrow until at last there's only one. Kind of like that mod we just played. Is that really like how life is, though? I don't know. I mean, that makes it feel like you're just increasingly trapped as you go on. It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, you still potentially have other options. It's generally largely not too late to try other things. But anyway, moving on. More melancholy for you than usual, MC. In subject, if not in style, it almost sounds like me. It's just something I'd write about. Maybe a little bit. Because I don't have as much resentment about it as you do, but still, I don't think it's too far away from the kind of thing I normally write about. True, it's just the dark side of the kind of thing you normally write about, or what some people might perceive as a dark side. But as for me, I'm very pleased with this poem, MC. It might be my favorite among all that you've written so far. Oh, really? Favorite among all you've written so far? That's high praise, because you've written, like, what, 22 poems at this point? The style, the subject matter, the elegant metaphor, all of it is very well crafted. Thanks, Yuri. What about you, Bun? What did you think? I thought it was pretty sad, but it was still good. I'd be the last person who could say that a poem shouldn't be sad. Maybe I'm just not used to hearing that kind of thing from MC, but I agree with Yuri, I think. It was really good. Glad to hear it. Guess that leaves you, Yuri. Here's mine. Impoverished dragon. Sweet, rich gold piled in my hands. I found it in a deep corner you'd never think to look. I'm filled with joy, like a dragon curled smugly on its heap of treasure. But it's never so simple, because I'm not a dragon. I want to share my gold. its luster and beauty must be known by others. Still, we live in a skeptical world, and they come poking and prodding, bending and dissolving, questioning and testing, until it turns out my gold wasn't gold after all. There's a lot of yellow metal in the world that isn't gold, and now I'm a dragon on a heap of rust. Impoverished dragon. The slow realization that the things that you valued weren't so valuable after all. Yeah. Oh, yep. I mean, yeah, these are kind of downers, aren't they? Huh. I'm not sure I get it. Kind of makes it sound like it's a dumb idea to share? Well, it certainly can be if you choose the wrong people to share with. Yeah, I guess so. I just don't get what the gold is supposed to be. Me either. I like the imagery as usual in the Yuri poem. It's very clear and specific. I can definitely see that dragon in my head. Especially like the section where she writes poking and prodding, bending and dissolving, questioning and testing. That part scratches an itch in my brain I didn't know I had. I'm also a fan of this one. I think I can understand what it is that Yuri is writing about even. And I think if I do understand it, that's the feeling I share, Yuri. You're much too down on yourself and your work sometimes, Monica. Maybe. In any event, Natsuki's poem is the last to go. Yeah, I was going to comment on the Sayori's comment about giving too much of oneself. I'm just suddenly reminded of I'm continuing to watch that anime, My Dress Up Darling, that I mentioned in the previous stream, and the main character in that is also someone who stretches himself too thin. He just can't say no to anyone. He's just always giving to people, and he burns himself out with that, and still takes on other tasks. So on, kind of relatable in some ways. It's neat anime. Still making my way through it. Anyway, moving on. All right, Natsuki's poem. Here we go. She obviously, excuse me. She obviously couldn't be here today, but she still sent her poem in. Here it is. I'm feeling some trepidation about this here. Magical girl. I took a breath and closed my eyes, and when I opened them, surprise! The world had gone to hell in that short time. So I got fired up and rose from bed, tied a headband around my head, and set to pummeling all my problems till they died. But wouldn't you know, inconvenient fact, I'm just one person, and so I lack the power to change anything. Imagine that. So I took off my headband, back to sleep, fixings the way they broke, maybe. Close my eyes, and things will be fine when I get back. Okay. Aw. Poor Natsuki. I guess this one sort of speaks for itself. Yeah. Doesn't feel right giving feedback without her here. No, it really doesn't. Should we just move on to emails? Yes, let's do that. Try and reset the mood. Give us a moment to set it up to our muse. Yeah, it's sad. Anyway, alright, so for today we're going to start by clearing up some of our YouTube questions. Oh, really? Now, of course, if you're watching, you probably know that you can email your questions to for the club to the.club.pres.monica@gmail.com, of course. But you can also comment to our YouTube videos or Reddit posts with questions, and I'll see them there too. So let's get going with some of the YouTube questions. What? Oh, I was about to move the chat over, but move it down here, I guess. For Yuri, you've done a lot of research, but would demisexual work for you? Basically, you're only attracted after you get to know someone and form that personal dynamic / friendship you were talking about. Natsuki, I'll have to check her out when I have the time, but I didn't expect you to show the pictures, much less rate them. I'm really glad to see everyone having a good time. It'll be fun to see the rest of the emails answered. It isn't signed, so I'm presuming this is a previous emailer who showed pictures or something.
Um, but anyway, yeah, like usually this mod when it gets to the email sections, it works. They usually works around trying to have everyone present during the email. Uh, and some I don't know. It creates a bit of a weird dynamic when one of the club members is absent, like in episode 6 of season 1 where MC was absent, or a couple episodes back when Monica was absent because she was Sayori was mad at her, and now Natsuki's absent. And I suppose Dev gets enough of a volume of emails in that it's probably easy enough to work around that and just include the emails which don't address the one person who's missing. But this one seems addresses Natsuki, so I don't know. I sort of feel like the emailer might have liked for Natsuki to be present. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. Yes, I believe I learned from another email that demisexual is the proper term. Although you probably posted before they emailed, so you should have priority. It's a good term. I'm sorry Natsuki isn't here to see the rest of your comment, but the YouTuber she recommended, Kay's Cooking, is actually a channel noteworthy for the extremely poor cooking displayed there. Haha, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point of the channel, I think. So she was trolling you, I believe. I must say, though, I think I speak for her when I say everyone was very impressed with your cookies. You did a very good job. Thank you for posting. But I do have a question. What kind of music do you guys like? Sorry if this is answered in a vid. I haven't watched them all yet. I'm gonna put this in the corner here, I think. A music question. Obviously, I like Radiohead. In general, I tend to like things that are either very classical or very futurist. My favorite classical composers are Bach and Rachmaninoff. I think I've already talked about liking metal like Slayer. Sorry, it's annoying. Like when my throat gets this rough, I can't do the voices properly, and they're coming out like they're just coming out wrong, not the way I want them to sound. I'm only two hours into the stream too. What the heck? Other than that, I kind of like weird classic rock like Pink Floyd or Blue Oyster Cult. Blue Oyster Cult, never heard of that one. Just strange bands that were doing their own thing, I guess. So I'm a fan of a lot more modern stuff. The oldest stuff I like is ska. I didn't know that. Who are your favorite ska bands? Specials in the dead 60s? Ah, you like that dark ska. Yeah, but I also like more poppy ska, like No Doubt is very good. I remember No Doubt. Are they still doing stuff? I like classical music in both traditions. My favorite is Mahler. If modern Western musical acts are the standard, I love Siouxsie and the Banshees. Deep cut. Not too much, I hope. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is going over my head. I don't recognize a lot of these names. Okay, whatever. Do smoker Sayori if it makes it easier? Oh, sure, right. Again, Natsuki's not here, but I know she's a big K-pop fan. She actually likes quite a wide variety of music, but K-pop is most certainly her favorite genre. Ah, Yuri being the stand-in for Natsuki, how fitting. Not something I could ever get into, to be honest. Thanks for the question. Doki Doki Club meetings, thanks for the response. Also, since I presume we can ask questions in the comments, I have a random question for all the Dokis. Do they wear cosmetics such as makeup and nail polish? You can't really tell by looking since this is anime. I know Natsuki wore makeup in the 3rd episode, so I'm not including that in my question. A makeup question. Yeah, there was a question about that. Yuri made a comment about liking Monica in makeup. Ladies. Yes, I do pretty basic makeup every day, and more on formal occasions. Not really into doing my nails most of the time, though, except at special times. I love doing my nails, though. Oh, really? And I generally do extensive makeup myself.
I actually feel kind of ugly without it a lot of the time. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that would be Yuri's thing. I mean, I would have thought she'd be more like introspective, keeping to herself, you know, in her own little world, focusing on the books, and not concerned with mundane things like her appearance. But what do I know? I've seen you without makeup and you're still gorgeous, Yuri. Uh-oh, Yuri confirmed. Thanks. I guess I've just gotten used to having makeup on. I don't wear makeup at all. I just don't have time for it. Or I didn't. Now that I'm getting up earlier, I could if I wanted to. But MC says he likes the way I look without makeup, so... Anyway, Natsuki wears makeup too, but not as much as Monica or Yuri. She's still kind of new to it, but I think it's interesting to her at least. I don't know. And you know, again, like I would have thought that might be something that Natsuki would be interested in, particularly for her having her little clique, for wanting to be popular and so on. You'd think that keeping up appearances would, keeping up appearances, you know, keeping up her appearance would be something that would interest her. Anyway, good question. Let's see the next one. Okay, I know this isn't an email, but hopefully you'll see this. It's not really that important, but Monica, do you think you'll ever forget about your past with the whole just Monica stuff? Like, is there any way to erase that bad part of your memory? Same with everyone else, if you know what I mean. I think it would go a lot better unless it isn't possible, or if it would just risk messing something up. It really hurts when I see your past. It's just, I don't know what to say. Anyway, I love you and all, and I hope you all get better soon. Okay, too lazy to write an email, so I just wrote it here. I might be able to do this, sure. But is it really something I should forget? Yeah, I mean, that's the question. I mean, you can only learn from your mistakes if you remember them. Otherwise, you might be doomed to repeat them. I mean, sooner or later I'd remember that the game is a simulation if you meant trying to hide that part of things. But if you just remember wiping my memory about the part where I freaked out, I think that's even less of a good idea. I learned a really valuable lesson by going through that experience, and even though it was really painful, I think the lesson is too important to just forget. So I think I, and everyone else, would be best served by having my memory stand as is. There's a lesson in here for everyone, I guess. The things we go through in life, whether or not they happen for a reason, always teach us things. We can't unlearn those things without unlearning those lessons. So for the most part, it's important to carry even the things you're not proud of with you, at least for the lessons they taught you. Alright, next question. What type of music do you like, Natsuki? I mean, we just answered that. Yuri said K-pop. And you're picking a question which is directed at Natsuki when she's not here. I mean, who's screening these? Shouldn't you at least be picking questions that don't focus on Natsuki? Oh well. We already hit this one for Natsuki since she's not here, but yeah. She likes all sorts of things. Besides K-pop, she likes rap, cheesy 80s hair metal, Elvis, all sorts of weird random stuff. Kind of hard to get it pinned down on her taste, really. Hopefully she can answer questions like this for herself again soon. Let's move on. And with this one, let's move back and get back to some of the actual emails. Wouldn't want to skip on those. We're building quite a backlog. This poem we've written is an interesting one. I was inspired by the rules of life and death, and I wanted to give my own take on it. I hope you enjoy. Oh, it's another Savannah email. Seems like she sent you another poem. Let's see it. Candlelight burning inside of me, shadows bowing upon the walls, illuminating us all. The laughter, the pain, what do I gain? The knowledge I seek, the air of mystique. The pink hues, the pretty blues, the devil's red, I will not be misled. The angel's white will set me aright. Knowing every second is a certainty to, I will cease to shine, and darkness will befall. In a form different from all, it makes me ponder, how do I live to the fullest? How do I be the bravest? Understanding is the key. Living with no regrets is the door. Open your mind, look, don't merely see. The ocean is not just water. A candle is not mere light. It's not limitless, it's not endless. For light is life, and life is certain to meet death on the sacred journey called life, Savannah. Okay. Ooh, it's about life and death, I see. I like that theme. I wonder what the colors are that she references in the second verse. The rest of it is pretty clearly to do with the dichotomy of life and death and how they are part of one another, but I cannot quite tell what is happening with those blues, pinks, and reds. Me either. But yeah, mortality gives a certain edge to life, doesn't it? You don't really get to sit around waiting for things to come to you. Or if you do, it's precious time wasted. I don't know. What do you think, Monica? I think it's lovely, Savannah. This is blush here. Sounds like we're summoning a demon. Yeah. I think it's lovely, Savannah. One of my favorite things that you've done here is use punctuation, especially capitalization, for effect. Especially given how rarely it's used, it has a big effect when you do use it. The way you capitalize look in particular is very striking, commands attention. So, yes, very nice. Thank you for treating us to another lovely poem. Okay, time for one more. OMG, finally my favorite club members are back. I miss you guys so much. Yay, I can finally ask questions again because I have a bunch. A multi-parter, and this one is another one from our past emailing friend Lyra. Hi, Lyra! For Best Girl Natsuki, scariest manga. One, scariest manga you read. Two, thoughts on other cinders on animes. You're not one, don't worry in my eyes. Three, cutest manga you read besides Parfait Girls. Yeah, I'm not sure we can answer this one for Natsuki. Rain check, Lyra. We'll have her answer this once she's back. Okay. And in the mood for it. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what you have for the rest of us. For Yuri, ever heard of the SCP Foundation? 2. Have you seen Arigaru? Because if not, I think you need to watch it. It's a romance that talks about philosophical stuff. 3. Have you seen the anime Death Parade? If not, I highly recommend you watch it. Interesting questions. Yes, I've heard of the SCP Foundation. I consider myself a member. I may even have contributed an SCP to it. Who knows? Okay. I mean, I'm aware of there's a game called SCP, like Secure, Contain, Protect. I don't know if there are other materials in the franchise or something. Is like I don't know. Is there a movie or a show or something or a book or something? SCP is massive. I'm only aware of the game. I saw I saw a trailer. I think it was a fan-made trailer for it, and I've seen people play it a couple times, like they were streaming it. Anyway, but I'll never tell which. I haven't heard of the last two things you mentioned, but I'll make a point of reviewing them. Ask me again the next time you email, and I'll have seen at least parts of them, enough for an opinion, okay? For Sayori, favorite breed of dog or cat? 2. Have you ever played a visual novel already, like Clannad, Canon, etc.? 3. Not a question, but rather a suggestion. Watch A Place Further Than the Universe. It's something you will enjoy. Sayori, kitties and puppies. My favorite dog is the Pekingese. They're super fluffy and full of love, and they are proud. They are proud dragons. My favorite cat is probably the Japanese bobtail, but Maine Coon cats are a close second. I couldn't pick a favorite cat breed. I mean, cats are cats. They're all adorable. I don't know. I feel like Dev implied that they wrote an SCP at some point, but has never told us which. Okay. The core of SCP is the SCP Wiki. Okay. There are thousands of paranormal entities and phenomena cataloged along with their special containment procedures. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay, moving on. I don't really play visual novels. Basically, the only visual novel stuff I play is stuff relating to our game. And I'm definitely staying away from anything called Clannad. I don't think I'd be up for that. I do know about A Place Further Than the Universe. I think it's great. MC hasn't watched it yet, so hopefully sometime soon I'll have him watch it with me. It's really one of the sweetest anime I've ever seen. It's so good. For Monica, 1. How are you in general? 2. Since you mentioned Kaguya-sama Lover's War, have you read its manga? I think that's supposed to be its without an apostrophe. 3. Give a life quote that inspires you today. I suppose I'm okay in general. I'm myself am doing fine. It's just I'm really worried for Natsuki and I feel bad for her. And to a somewhat lesser extent, I'm concerned about Masaida too. But you know what? You know why that is. But I'm lucky. I'm doing fine myself, Lyra. I've read the whole Kaguya manga so far, and I'm totally up to date. Yep, I'm pretty obsessed with the story. A life quota. Huh. Let's see. Ah, got it. Chance favors the prepared mind. Louis Pasteur. Hope you guys, hope you get some use out of that one. For MC, 1. Give your 3 best girls of all time in your opinion from all the anime you have seen so far. You're asking him to say that in front of his girlfriend? 2. If you were to live in a romance anime setting, what anime would it be? 3. How are you and Sayori as a couple? Smiley face. I asked the hard-hitting questions. Let's see. I'm assuming I can't pick Sayori for the first one since she's not anime. For third place, let's go with Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Cool. Second place, Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. Oh, interesting. For number 1, although I can almost hear Natsuki telling me to make a meme pick like Ryoko Matoi or Niku Niyazawa, gotta give it up for best girl Makise Kurisu from Steins Gate. I do find it a little interesting. Like I'm not familiar with Steins Gate, but I know that like Mikasa and Major Kusanagi are like these tough badass girls, you know. So interesting choices from MC. That those are the ones he chooses. Considering that, you know, Sayori is this like happy bundle of sunshine, I kind of expected him to pick girls who were all similarly like bubbly and happy and stuff. So it's interesting that he chose different. Yeah, I don't know about Makise Kurisu. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. As far as romance anime settings, I mean, probably best would be a normal one. Yeah. So like Kaguya-sama or Taki-san or something where I'm just still in school. After that, I don't know. The Monogatari vampire world, I guess. Tough choices after that. All the non-normal worlds tend to be messed up. Thanks for asking about me and Sayori. I'd say we're doing better than ever. We're learning more about each other all the time. We're getting better at communicating and knowing how to operate as a couple, I guess. So yeah, we're doing really well. Thanks for asking. For the rest of the club, thoughts on Sword Art Online and just the main concept of it. 2. Are there other clubs in your school besides the Lit Club and the Anime Club? And 3. This might seem random, but what do you guys think of the anime Kakegurui? Kakegurui, isn't that the one about isn't that the one where it's like something about gambling and that has the clip of them they have to put their finger in the guillotine, and if they lose the gamble they lose their finger kind of thing. That's the only thing I know about if that's the anime I'm thinking about. Anyway, thoughts on Sword Art Online? I've never seen it. Me either. I don't watch anime at all, other than Death Note. I don't have a problem with the concept. I just think the story is really overdone and they made it really cheap in places. But then that's my opinion. There are plenty of other clubs here besides those two, Lyra. Debate club, for instance. Honestly, we're a pretty average high school other than being fictional. I think we have something like 100 clubs here that are recognized by the student council. So yeah, we've got a pretty lively student extracurricular scene. Kakegurui is another anime I've never heard of. Same. I've heard of it, but it didn't seem like my thing. I saw a bit of it. That was a cool story, but I just couldn't stick with it. Parts of it just got too weird, you know? Am I remembering right? Like, is that the, I'm just... I think so? Yeah. Compulsive gambler. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one with the finger guillotine. I don't know anything else about the show. Except it's about gambling. Anyway.
Kind of a, it got too weird. Kind of a common problem for anime. Yeah, relatable. Yeah, very true. And that's all for this week. Club's really not the same without Natsuki here. Yeah, true. It's much lower energy. I actually kind of missed having Miss Ida here too, actually. Really? Yes, actually. It always seemed to me that she had a lot to contribute. Her feedback was always good. And she never really got in our way or was bossy like you might expect from a teacher. Plus, she seems a little lonely. Hmm. Do you still want to tell her the truth about the world? Yes. I think we could use someone with a different perspective to help us. Obviously, it comes with some risk to her, but if she's up for it, I don't see why we shouldn't. You know, I kind of agree with Yuri now. I mean, didn't Sayori already agree with her? Hey, Sayer Rabbit, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going? Sorry. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move the chat back over here. I used to be worried about hurting Miss Ida, but I think we've made it as clear as we can that she's signing up for something super risky, and she still seems gung-ho about it. Maybe we ought to give her a chance. It's not as simple as that, you guys. I don't know what will happen if we elect her as the president. Honestly, I don't think teachers can be officers in student clubs anyway, so I have no idea if it'll work. But anyway, there's still the problem of her not being someone with the .chr file. I didn't have a CHR file. And that's true, but you were also a special case because you were tied to the player. I'm not sure the game would treat Miss Ida the same way. Plus, to be honest, you guys, I think even if she thinks she's okay with it, it's still our job to protect her from knowing. And good, just waiting to see the sketches of Eddie now. Oh yeah. And delve more into the backstory. That's cool, that's cool. She has no idea what she's in for, and I'm not sure she'd still be okay with it if she knew. Is that really our decision to make, though? Well, yes, it actually is. I mean, yes. I mean, unless you're asking, I mean, it would be better to have the whole club there, I would think. I mean, shouldn't Natsuki be here for this discussion? Oh well. MC, what do you think? I don't know. MC is still being ambivalent. Can we talk about it in private? Absolutely. Excuse us for a bit, Termuse. Hundreds. I could see there. What? Moving? Oh, really? When he said in private, I thought he meant like just him and Monica, but we're just this is Dev's sly way of keeping whatever happens to be a surprise for the audience. Wow, I emptied the whole cup and the water bottle that I was using to refill it. That's like I'm trying to drink more water to keep it in the hopes of making my throat less rough. I'm gonna have to get more water in a second. About an hour later. Oh, we're back to Natsuki and Fuyuki again. Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna go get some more water. Yeah, looks like Dev is intentionally keeping us in suspense here about what they discussed and what they agreed on. I mean, I sort of my first thought was actually maybe they were thinking of making Fuyuki a member and giving her a .chr file if they were going to give it to anyone as some means of saving her. But I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. I'll be right back.
And I'm back again. Got a snack while I was up. But, yeah, I mean, hospital, oh boy. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the series, Slayer Rabbit, but, um, Fuyuki, Natsuki's sister, has been in the hospital for the past few episodes with end-stage cancer and is going to die. So yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like earlier in this episode, Monica was saying that the difficulty in figuring out a coding solution for Fuyuki's cancer is complicated by the fact that she doesn't have a character file, whatever that means in this established universe. But you know, if they were able to give MC a character file, and maybe there's some coding solution for that to to do the same for Yuki. So Natsuki is wanting to say her goodbyes now. Well, we shall see. Natsuki's voice is audible outside in the hallway. You know what? Fine. If I'm the only one, then I'm not going to hold it up. I have more important things to deal with than this. What is she talking about? So if I vote... Oh. Oh, okay, so presumably the club is outside in the hallway? What could she be referring to? Assuming she's talking to the club right now. If I'm the only one, then I'm not going to hold it up? If I have more important things to deal with in this? Oh, okay. Oh, Okay, so Natsuki's talking about telling Miss Ida about the nature of the world and so on. And I have more important things to deal with in this is referring to Fuyuki. So I vote for it, then it'll just happen whenever Monica enters the command. Alright then. I vote aye. Now, please guys, I need to be left alone for a bit, okay? Uh-huh, yeah, I will. Good luck. Your school friends? Yeah, just some club business that they really needed me for. How you feeling? Honestly, not great. Felt pretty nauseous the last couple of hours. You should tell the doctors, don't you think? No, they told me... They told me that might happen, but with the painkillers. Honk, me. As Fuyuki falls fast asleep, Natsuki takes her by the hand and sits in silence. Whose house is this? What's this background? Presumably, what Natsuki was saying, it'll take effect as soon as Monica gives command. Presumably means that refers to giving Miss Ida presidential powers. Recognize the music? Yeah, this is it's a song that was originally used in the Monica Before story, I believe. But yeah, it's been used a fair bit in this mod. They'll give anyone present, yeah, right? Really? Just like that? Well, we've been talking about it for a while, of course. We took a vote and everything, but yeah, just like that. So, what do I do? Well, nothing yet. But if all goes well, you'll get some notes from me that I'll have left you on what your next steps are. Didn't want to make that mistake again. Mistake? And don't worry about it. Hopefully everything will be clear in just a second. 6Q Club President vote executing? Did they like prepare Miss Ida in any way? It sounds like they didn't explain anything. Oh, so that's a freebie OST. Yeah, yeah. It's free to use. It's free to anyone to use, for anyone to use. uh, nothing's happening. Huh. That's odd. We definitely rigged the system, right? Are you sure? Are you sure? Have you done a proxy vote with one member not present before? Like maybe Miss Ida needs to officially be part of the club. Like, who knows how the game rules operate? The system. Hang on a second. Let me double check everything. Monica goes over to her laptop and starts fiddling with a rough code outline she has open. So, is this a prank or something? There's nothing weird about the literature club all along, and you guys are just egging me on in my paranoia. I wish I could say yes. 20 minutes later. I don't understand. Everything's set up properly, but nothing's happening. I'm still experiencing everything. I don't get it. Yeah, that's the problem. If I could just figure out what's going wrong here. Not to be downers, but if this isn't going to happen right now, MC and I need to go. We're supposed to help set up for the winter dance this evening. Yeah, those chairs aren't going to book themselves out. Sorry, what did you... The winter dance? Okay. And I, for one, would just like to go home rather than stand around aimlessly. Seriously, where are they? Is this Miss Ida's home? Like, I don't think this background's been used before. I mean, we've seen Monica's living room a few times. It's very different. It's not Sayori's or MC's living room, or we've seen Yuri's living room too. I guess this is Miss Ida's place. Miss Ida's home? Yeah. Did they vote to make Ida the club president? Presumably that's what they're talking about. That's why Monica is expressing surprise that she's still experiencing everything, in her words. And that's why she was saying she wanted to leave, she made sure to leave notes for Miss Ida. Because when they made MC president, he didn't have any clue what was going on, and he had to figure things out from scratch. It's going to be difficult to do that since she lacks a folder. Who knows? Who knows what the rules are for how it works? I mean, it's all made up. I mean, it's strictly speaking, the character files don't do anything. They never did anything. They only do what the author says they do, because it's just whatever rules that the writer wants to set for them. How they operate in the original game is like really fuzzy. Like in the original game, deleting Monica didn't stop her from talking to you, and didn't stop her from bringing the game back and then deleting stuff afterwards. So, like even according to the game's canon, deleting characters doesn't necessarily do anything. You know, well, it does something. Like it made her vanish, but it didn't stop her from doing things. But I don't know. Should I be looking at the game files now? Should I open up the folder for Club Meeting Season 2 here and yeah, the characters folder still has all 5 of them: MC, Monica, Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. Nothing's changed there. But yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, alright. Actually, I have something else pretty time-sensitive I need to work on tonight anyway. Head on out. I'll be right with you guys. I'm sorry about that, Miss Ida. Not sure why it didn't work. I'll have to figure it out. Rain check? Sure, I guess. Awesome. Sorry about the glitch. What a strange anticlimax. Okay, if you can get that last chair, I'll get these 3. All 3? Sure, no problem. You're so strong, MC. Well, I'm not strong enough to get all of this and the door, so if you could get it open, please. Sure. It's locked and I can't get it open. Uh-oh, are they trapped? Not possible. This door always unlocks from the inside to keep people from getting stuck. Let me see. Huh. It's stuck. Must be something blocking it from the outside. What's going on here? This is a contrived way to get Sayori and MC alone, or is this someone trying to keep them away from whatever's going on? The M and MC stands for muscles. My friends are gorgeous. Yeah. Anyway. Maybe we should knock really hard or yell or something. Hey, we're stuck in here. Someone help. MC pounds on the door as hard as he can. I don't hear anyone out there. I'm hungry. Can't believe it. We left our cell phones in the gym? What is going on here? Even one of his first sure thing. Yeah. Maybe someone will find them and figure out what happened? I hope so. I'm getting super hungry. When is this dance happening? I thought didn't they say it was happening on the weekend? And this is a Wednesday, right? Like, why are they setting up this early, and why is no one else here with them? I don't know. Anyway, you just ate 2 hours ago. Yeah, but still. Well, worst case, someone will find us in the morning. Yikes. MC looks around the room. Well, at least there are some towels we can pile on as blankets if we need them so we won't get too cold, but hopefully it won't come to that and someone will just find us. Yuri is writing something with pen and paper. You know that one of the hardest things for me to do is communicating with people, even those I'm close to, especially if it's about how I feel. I'm not good at communicating in general. Is she writing in her... This is a diary or something? Let alone if it's about something so complex and rich as emotion. I try to write poetry about it, but even with that level of abstraction, it's very difficult. And to do it directly is even harder. That's why I'm putting this down on paper so I can think it all out and fix it if I say something stupid. Well, I mean, in that case, I sort of find it easier to type it out than write it out. That's less need for crossing out or erasing things that way. Hope this mod never ends? Well, I mean, there's this episode and then the next one for Season 2, and then there's Season 3 after that, and Dev reportedly has a Season 4 planned. Turn this into a soap opera? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's, I mean, that's what it is. It's a slice of life story. It just carries on going with the stories about the different characters. Anyway, moving on. Is this Yuri writing to Natsuki here? So, needle pulling thread. Fuyuki is sleeping. Monka is furiously typing on her laptop. Hi, Tormuse. Sorry, not much time to talk. Really trying to fix this. Fuyuki's going downhill pretty quickly. Actually, if I understand these vital signs right. Hang on a second, people are coming. Hi, Monica. You still sleeping, sis? Mom and Dad are both out there not acknowledging each other. Sis? Natsuki glances to the heart rate monitor, which beeps away. Guess you're still sleeping for now. No, I'm up. Thanks for checking on me, babe. Just an excuse to spend time with you. Obviously. Still appreciate it, though. You've been a great sister. Don't say things like that. It's nighttime now. Ominous music playing. I don't think anyone's coming. Could you get the light, Sayori? It's getting dark in here. Sure. Thanks. Guess we'll have to spend the night here until someone opens it in the morning. Oh no, how terrible. Maybe we'll even have to snuggle together for warmth. Oh no. You know, MC. Actually, I can't think of the right way to say what I want to say. Just, oh no, what is she planning? But I almost wonder if Sarah is the one that locked them in. I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, she is kind of manipulative. And I mean, there has been a repeated thing of her trying to encourage MC to like join her in bed, and he wouldn't. So something on her mind besides food, yeah. It's okay, Sari. I know. MC turns out the lights, then he pulls Sari close and kisses her. Sexy music. Yeah. So, enough temporizing. Here goes nothing. I love... It's going back and forth between the three perspectives. Monica is still working feverishly at her computer. Come on, come on. Monica glances at Fuki's vitals. They seem okay. But wait a second. Why is the game playing the heart monitor? Oh no. Someone is coming down the corridor again. Crap, crap, crap. I mean, yeah, that is darkly ominous in itself. Okay, sis. Docs say you should get up and get your legs stretched out a little bit. Sis? Still with me? That doesn't sound right. I should probably get a doctor. No. Help! Someone help! A number of doctors and nurses quickly rush into the room. Natsuki steps out of the way as they go to work. No! Sis, no, you can't die. Get her out of here. Natsuki is hurried out of the room by a couple of nurses. Go ahead and inject. I'll be ready for defibrillation. No! Time of death. No! I can't have failed. I don't fail. That's all for now? That's, Any reason that word is glitched there? Monica, is this a cutscene? Yeah. Girls have a 1 week break, so we won't see you again until January 20th? Oof. Wait, what happened with Ida? Oh, did you miss that part? Monica attempted to give her presidential power and it didn't work. And Miss Ida just stood there looking really confused. Like, well, that was anticlimactic. Cliffhanger. Oh, well, I mean, I expected there to be a cliffhanger. It's the second last episode. That's why I didn't want to put this off for tomorrow. Credits. Don't forget you can email. Oh, wow, really? What's going on here? Thanks for... See you next time. Oh, okay, so it hasn't... Let's see, all ready for bed, I think. Oh, there's still this. I have to sign this to officially enroll for adult classes at the school. Oh, is that the premise we're going with? She hadn't enrolled in the class yet, so the game didn't allow her to be president. Might as well do it now. Miss Ida picks up a pen and signs a piece of paper. What? Very nicely done. Oh boy. Well, I mean... What an ending, yeah. Fun fact, in the non-collection version of the mod, the game just crashes. Huh. Yeah, fun fact indeed. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, you know, considering
considering that Monica was intent on, finding a coding solution for Fuyuki and so on, it is a really weird choice of timing to give the presidential power to Miss Ida, you know? Like, if Monica's plan had worked immediately, what was she going to do after that? She's going to sit there without presidential power and watch Fuyuki die? Like, there really was no reason at all to give to do that thing with Miss Ida now, you know? Could have waited until things were settled. With, settled. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I guess that's where we're gonna wrap up today's stream. I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. You get to see the season finale and see how this all plays out. See how I know exactly. See how Miss Ida handles having the presidential power and so on. I don't know if it's worth rating anyone. I'll take a peek at who's on right now. Like, there are a few other people. Yeah, a few other people playing DDLC. It's like, yeah, I think they're all playing the base game. Like I said before, if they were playing mods, I'd consider rating somebody. But as it is, I think I'm just gonna wrap this up. But yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. Closing thoughts. I don't know. I mean, I kind of expressed everything I might have wanted to express before now. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. I mean, like, apparently Fuyuki died. Like, we got the doctor giving time of death and all that. I don't know what if Monica attempted something drastic in that final moment of I didn't fail, I can't fail, or whatever. If we're gonna the next episode's gonna start with something really bizarre happening as a result of Monica attempting some drastic coding solution at the same time as Miss Ida getting the presidential power. But the mod seemed really keen on making sure we, the audience, know exactly where everyone was at the exact moment that the whatever happened. She probably would have asked her to return the present right away, but I agree the timing seems odd. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, the timing is clearly done for dramatic purposes rather than any kind of sensible purposes. But again, we can just brush that off as, oh well, they're dumb teenagers. What do they know? If they just did something dumb. That's the default explanation. Why did they do such a dumb thing? Oh, they're just dumb teenagers. Whatever. What do they know? It's so mean and condescending, but it sort of works. It was because Miss Ida was just about checking about the mystery, so it was now or never. I mean, that doesn't particularly mean it would have to be now or never. I mean, there wasn't anything special about that particular moment that required her to have the transfer that then. MC just mid-climax when the game glitches, haha. Yeah, and there's also the whatever it is that the club discussed during that hour that MC requested privacy. There could also be something going on there. Anyway, lots of stuff going on there. Obviously, deliberately all set up to keep us in suspense. Well played, Dev. Well played. We'll see how it plays out tomorrow.
What do you think Yuri was writing? I mean, my thoughts. I'm presuming she was writing to Natsuki, talking about her feelings and stuff, and but like I get. I mean, they're like this whole season had strong hints that Yuri has a thing for Natsuki, but it's like um, she doesn't want to express it. I think she wants to. I think she wants Natsuki to realize how she feels on her own. But I think, I mean, my guess would be she's writing the letter to Natsuki, but it's like ostensibly writing it to Natsuki, but not necessarily one that she actually intends to give to Natsuki. Like she could just be writing it to get it out of her head, just to have her own, for the sake of getting her own thoughts organized, not because she actually intended to share it. But it could also just as easily be about Natsuki's sister as much as about her whatever feelings she has for Natsuki or Natsuki for her. I mean, any note that Yuri writes with the intention of talking about her, the feelings for Natsuki would have to be tempered by what's going on with Natsuki's sister. Crack ship I have for season 4 is Monica X MC's twin sister. Sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to find out tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow's going to be a heck of an episode. I'll stream this whenever, probably in the afternoon. I'm terrible at planning these things out. I said I was going to do this early afternoon, and it ended up being like 6 o'clock. So, oops. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and that's all for now. Until next time.